Hey everybody, Aaron Blaise here. Welcome to our Friday stream. We're going to continue on today with our 100 years of Disney.
Woohoo!
So we want to hit 100 characters. We're up to 49. So
49?
I did a few the other night. Yeah, so up to 49 characters. And we're going to do requests today. So we're going to just kind of, if somebody was saying the other day, just put your favorite character on hotkey and just keep pounding it. Not to spam, but hey, you know, I can only do so many characters, and hopefully we won't have an ungodly amount of requests, but we'll see what we can get.
Martin on Facebook says, "Can you do Kenai?"
Well, let's start with Kenai because today we have a special day today. Not only we're doing the 100 years of Disney, but today is the 20th anniversary of the premiere, not the release, but the premiere of Disney. So 20 years ago today, I was walking the red carpet in New York City, and we were premiering our brand new movie, Brother Bear. So I have great memories of that evening. I think I stayed up until about 5:30 in the morning, and then I had to do interviews at 8 a.m.
That must have been fun.
I wasn't feeling too good the next day in my interviews. But we had a great night, and that night we premiered the movie. Phil Collins, before the movie started, Phil Collins came in, and it's in the same theater that they do the Lion King show. And Phil came in and did a little mini concert. Tina Turner opened the concert. She actually flew in from Zurich, sang her song. Everything was great. Then she got back on a plane and flew home. And but man, what a night. We had such a great night. And so 20 years ago today, we premiered Disney's Brother Bear to the world. So anyway, so we'll start with Kenai. And then we'll just go on and see what other characters you guys want to do. But before that, we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. One thing I want to mention is our character design course, $1 character design course. That is still on sale right now. You can still pick up my 23 video?
Yep.
16-hour course for $1 at creatureartteacher.com. And we got some other stuff going on. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so a couple days ago, we started our 13 days of Halloween sale. So we're 13 days out of Halloween, or we were 2 days ago. And so every day from now to Halloween, we are running a new sale on the website. And the first day, 2 days ago, we released a brand new photo pack from Dustin Blaise. His hummingbird pack includes beautiful photos of artist reference photos of hummingbirds, as well as some really nice slow motion video. A bunch of people have already picked that up. You can get that over at creatureartteacher.com for only $5.
Erica Bay's already done a painting.
Yeah, I saw that. And and this particular pack is in fact the very first reference pack that has a video reference included. So
Yep. Erica says she highly recommends it. Yesterday, for those of you who watched our stream 2 Fridays ago, it was Friday the 13th. So yesterday we released a brand new limited edition puzzle over at creatureartteacher.com.
Our Friday the 13th puzzle.
Our happy Friday the 13th snow bear puzzle. You can pick that up over at creatureartteacher.com/puzzles. And we figured what the heck, we'd run a sale on puzzles. So if you use promo code BEARS, you can get $5 off any puzzle order. creatureartteacher.com/puzzles. And today is a big one. Today being Friday, it's day 3 of our 13 days of Halloween sale. Our very popular Making Monsters in ZBrush course with Tony Cipriano is only $5. That is its lowest price ever. It is nearly 30 hours of ZBrush. If you are at all interested in digital sculpture, Tony is the person to teach it. He has experience building sculpting toys, sculpting maquettes. He's worked for theme parks. He is a professional sculptor. He's worked for every major studio in the world doing this.
He did all of our maquettes for Brother Bear.
All of the maquettes for Disney. He works for game studios. He does toys for Hasbro. He does toys for McFarlane. He does all kinds of stuff. So if you have ever wanted to learn how to do ZBrush, plus he's super passionate about monsters. So he does the werewolf, he does Frankenstein, a whole bunch of stuff. And it includes a bunch of starter rigs for you and basic sculpt stuff. So creatureartteacher.com, you can pick that up for only $5. So let's dive into the drawing.
All right, so we said we were going to start with Kenai, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with Kenai. Kenai was our main character from Brother Bear. If you've never seen Brother Bear, Kenai is he was a human that was turned into a bear, and today is the 20th anniversary. I might slow down on some of my talking today. I bit my tongue in my sleep last night or this morning. Oh man,
big ouch!
I bit the side of it,
Did it
and
wake
every
you
time
up?
I talk, it's just rubbing against my teeth, and man, but it's all right. I'm gonna move through this.
Ruby on TikTok asked real quick, can you draw Jiminy Cricket?
All right, well, let's get through this, and then Jiminy Cricket sounds good.
And seeing mainly comments on TikTok.
Have you ever tried origami?
Oh, I've never done origami. I've done. I'd say I shouldn't say I've never done it. I've tried making a few swans here and there, but that's the extent of my origami experience.
So this is part 2. Monday, October 16th was the 100th birthday of Disney, the Walt Disney Feature Animation Company, or just Walt Disney Company, period. It was their 100th birthday.
Yeah.
And so we did a special live stream on Monday, and Aaron drew about 41 characters that day. Then he followed up with a little impromptu live stream on TikTok a couple nights later. So we got the count up to 49 characters.
Yep, we did.
The goal is to hit 100 Disney characters for the 100th anniversary. So later we'll show you some of the other characters.
Yes. And, I spent 21 of those 100 years I was there. And I got to tell you, it was such a great time. I loved working at Disney when I did. I was there for 22 years, really, because I count my internship as well. And I was there from 1988 till 2010. And it was a really wonderful place to work. And to work there during the 90s, the late 80s and into the 90s and the 2000s, that was a really magical time to be there because it was really kind of the new Renaissance. And getting to be able to experience that as a young animator and come up through all of that was really amazing.
Did you watch Once Upon a Studio, and what did you think of it?
I loved it. Yes, I did see it. Loved it. It was one of the inspirations behind doing what we're doing today. There was so many characters in there, and it was so nice seeing some of the characters that I've created in there. And it was just it's amazing what they pulled off. I think there was over 500 characters. You were saying, Nick?
Yeah, I think it's like 543 or something like that. Right? I read an article in Variety, and in that big studio shot, there's over 500 characters.
It's funny because someone posted an image of the 50th, 1973, the 50th birthday of the company. And it had all the characters basically in there up to that point. And it is such a small little slice of characters.
They've
group.
been busy over the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it used to be there was a Disney feature every 4 or 5 years, right? And then it really wasn't until the 80s and 90s that they started trying to do it every year.
It's even more than that. It was like sometimes 6 or 7 years. Yeah.
And it really wasn't until the Florida studio opened that it became feasible to do.
Yeah, once we got into the 90s, and it was after really once the film started becoming successful, the first goal was to do a film every 18 months. And then it became a film every year. I don't know that we ever hit a film every year, but we were doing a film every 18 months, I'll tell you that.
Rosie wants to know, unrelated, but will you ever sell hoodies? I love your designs, but I'm not comfortable in short sleeves. We've gotten a ton of requests for
We are
hoodies.
getting a lot of requests for hoodies.
I think partly because the weather's changing, but yes, I
Yeah.
would say that is going to happen. Stay tuned. If you join our newsletter over at creatureartteacher.com, that's the best way to find out when we release new stuff. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, over on Aaron's website, creatureartteacher.com, we've got over 700 hours of art lessons, and animation tutorials, and traditional drawing and digital drawing. But we've also got some physical merchandise. Like we've sell some t-shirts. We've got some mugs that we just released. We've got puzzles, and coming soon, hoodies.
Hoodies.
The mugs have been really popular. We just came out with those a couple weeks ago, and they've been going like gangbusters.
Oh, that's great.
So we're gonna have to come out with some more designs.
Well, I can do that. I can do it.
A lot of people are realizing what this character is, and everybody's losing their minds. Like, oh my god, it's Brother Bear.
It is Brother Bear.
So for
And-
people who don't know, Aaron directed Brother Bear.
Yeah, this is my little baby. This is my baby right here. And we really had an amazing time making this film.
And a lot of folks that just hopped in are asking similar questions. So I'm just going to merge them into a single question of what sort of tablet is that, and is this Photoshop? And if yes, then what brush are you currently using?
Okay, so this is Photoshop. I'm using my own custom brush. This is a Pastel C. That's what I've named it in my, and it's in my original custom brush pack that you can find at creatureartteacher.com. And this is a Wacom Cintiq 32 Pro.
Someone says they're getting a Brother Bear tattoo. Favorite Disney movie?
Right on.
Right on, right on.
For those of you that don't know, here's a little piece of trivia. The Brother Bear logo, the hand with the inside the bear print, that's actually my hand. I designed that logo, and that's my hand that I copied and put into that logo. Because I've seen a couple people that have that tattoo. I go, oh wow, you got my hand tattooed on your body.
Twitch comment, I love the detail of the big lip that you put when you're drawing bears.
Yes, bears have big lips. They do.
A couple of folks are asking, why did you leave Disney?
I left Disney to kind of just strike out. I've been there for 21 years, and I felt like it was time to make a change, and I wanted to do some of my own things, so I left and came back to Florida. I was living in California, came back to Florida, and Nick and I got together in 2012 and started creatureartteacher.com.
Twitch comment, I was glad to see the characters Rut and Took in the Once Upon a Studio.
Yes, I was very happy to see
they
that
in
as
there?
well.
Yep, and Coda and Kenai are too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yay! I need to watch it. I still need to watch it.
Yeah, they're both dead center of the screen at various times.
Oh wow. Yeah, I need to see that. Is it on Disney Plus or?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, for some reason my my account got reset, so I need to re-log in, and I don't remember my password.
Ah,
So,
Password reset link. It's right there.
have you ever done any Black Cauldron characters? Black Cauldron is is a favorite of mine.
well, you're in the minority.
Hey, I'm a minority too. I love Black Cauldron.
I'm just kidding.
But as we're trying to get to 100 characters, I'm assuming.
Yes, I will do Black Cauldron. I will not leave Black Cauldron out. We just got to come up with, maybe it's a Gurgi,
Gurgi or the
Gurgi,
horned
yeah.
bad guy.
the Horned King.
Monsters and creatures must be around here somewhere.
That sounded more like Gollum.
It's so close to Gollum, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Gurgi has no friends.
How was it working with Joaquin Phoenix on Brother Bear, Aaron?
He was great. Joaquin was a pro, and he it's Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, you're working with an A-list actor, and boy, I learned a lot working with him. He was amazing.
Someone on TikTok asked, "How's Snow Bear coming along? I love everything I've seen so far."
So far, so good. We're getting there. It's There we go. There's our Kenai.
Here he is.
By the way, whatever platform you're watching us on, please hit that share button, like button, follow button. All of that stuff really does help us a lot.
All right. So who did I say I was going to do next?
Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket. Let me.
Someone asked, "Have you drawn Moana?"
I did. I did not draw Moana. I did.
Maui.
I did this guy. We did Maui. Yeah. So there's Kenai. And we're going to go on from Kenai and do Jiminy Cricket. We're going to create a layer there.
I actually think Hey Hey would have been really funny to draw. The chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Shay went to Epcot the other day, and Hey Hey was one of the parking areas. Like
Really?
You're in Hey Hey row 47. Or
Hey.
Hey. Who's your favorite character to draw other than Brother Bear?
Oh, I love drawing a lot of the characters. Beast is probably one of my favorite. I was one of the animators of the Beast, and there's just such a great look to him. I just love him.
Twitch question: have you ever attended Comic-Con or MegaCon?
Yes, I've been to Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con once years ago.
That was when you were out living in California, right?
Yeah, I was living there. Took the train down to San Diego, and Chuck Williams and I believe it was.
How do you feel...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dustin.
How do you feel about Disney only making 3D animated movies now?
It makes me sad. It makes me very sad, actually. But I think that'll change. I think everything comes around in due time, and I think we'll see a change in the coming years.
I just want to point out that we're 20 minutes in, and you've done one character. We're never gonna hit the.
We spent half that time talking about advertisements.
I'm messing.
So I think if we can get it to 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes a character, then 5. That's
You're just doing a much higher level of rendering than you did when we started. I've noticed, so, which is good.
Well, it happens every time.
It evolves, yeah. Does switching from a pen tablet to a pen display make a big difference in your opinion?
Yes, I think it makes a huge difference. Being able to see where your hand is, drawing all at the same time rather than having to look up while you're drawing is a big difference. At least it is for me.
Yeah, for people.
I know it's not for some people, but it is for me.
For people who might not know the terminology difference, a pen tablet is something like a Wacom Intuos or Bamboo. They're the little black pads that you draw on. That you're drawing down on it's kind of like drawing on a sheet of paper on your desk while you're looking up at the monitor. Whereas a pen display is what Aaron is using. This is a Wacom Cintiq. There's other ones out on the market as well, where you're drawing directly on the surface of the monitor.
Did Aaron ever meet any of the 9 old men? What were they like?
Yes, I met Ward Kimball and Frank Thomas, Ollie Johnson. They were great. They had so much advice and experience to draw from, and they were wonderful.
Twitch question: are there any parts of Brother Bear that you liked or disliked?
I liked the whole movie. I'm pretty proud of it. No, there's nothing I disliked. Otherwise, I wouldn't have released it. But there are parts that I think maybe we could have done a little more. I wish I could have done a little more, spent a little more time on the dialogue and our writing, things like that. But overall, I'm happy with the film. And it was my first time, making a feature, and I would dive back in and do it again all over again.
Twitch question YouTube question from Scott. I signed up for the annual plan last week and I love it. Can you suggest a track of courses for new people new to drawing, interested in animation? I've been using Adobe Photoshop and Fresco.
Yeah, I would recommend getting into the anatomy course and the character design course, then getting into the animal drawing courses. And I think that would be a really good path for you as a new artist.
And Tilly on Instagram says, I also just bought your membership. I'm so excited to get started.
Ah, thanks. Well, I'm excited for you to get started because I want to hear what you think. And so that takes me to the next thing. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, for people who are just joining us, Aaron is continuing in celebration of the 100th birthday of Walt Disney, of the Disney Company, which was on Monday of this week. We did a special stream on Monday. Aaron drew about 40 or so Disney characters, and the goal is to hit 100. So we are continuing today with that goal. So far today, Aaron has drawn Kenai, and now he's drawing Jiminy Cricket.
And a couple of folks are asking, what other movies did you work on?
I worked on The Rescuers Down Under, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, Pocahontas, Mulan. I directed Brother Bear, and I also worked on a couple of Roger Rabbit shorts back in the day, and directed a little piece of little goofy short called How to Haunt a House. You can find those Roger Rabbit shorts and the Goofy short on YouTube. How to Haunt a House and Trail Mix-Up and Roller Coaster Rabbit.
Someone's asking if you could draw a genie.
Oh yeah, we could do the genie.
I also want to let people know that are just joining us that you can still get Aaron's character design course for $1 at creatureartteacher.com. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can pick up that course. And that's a 16-hour course with over 20 videos. Aaron was an animator, director, and character designer with Disney. So he's designed characters like Nala, Rajah, Yao, tons of stuff. So he's got tons of experience, and he takes you through his approach, everything that he's learned on how to do great character design. So it's a really good way to jumpstart your character design skills, and you can get it super cheap right now. In fact, it's the lowest it's ever been, and it's not going to last much longer. Frankie on Instagram says, hey Aaron, hey crew.
Hey, how you doing?
Someone else asked, so did you know Robin Williams?
I didn't know him, but I did meet him, yes. I did meet him.
Someone asking, how do I purchase? Is there a link posted? Yes, the link is in the bio if you're watching on Instagram or TikTok.
All right, so there's Jiminy.
Jiminy.
All right, what else we got?
We mentioned Genie earlier.
Oh, the genie. There's Jiminy. We'll go from Jiminy to the genie. Jiminy Genie.
Jiminy Genie. And some of the folks are asking, what are your thoughts on the portable Wacoms over the larger Wacoms antiques?
Well, I like the portable ones, but I will always go big anytime. If I'm working in my studio, that to me is that's the bigger the better for me.
Instagram question. Aaron, I've been asking some professional artists like yourself, do you ever come across things that you can't draw? And if so, is that okay?
Of course it's okay if you can't draw something, but you'll learn over time. Drawing is a method, and you apply the same method no matter what you're drawing. And so you'll find over time that there's nothing you can't draw.
Yeah, I can't imagine you being like, oh, I can't draw that.
Yeah. It's an approach. Drawing, the way you draw is an approach to drawing. And if you carry that approach with you always, then, like I said, you'll find that there's nothing you can't draw.
Ooh, that's a good YouTube one. Could you draw Jack Sparrow or Captain Hook?
I can do Captain Hook, but I'm not going to we're doing animated characters.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I just read the question as it was. I figured you would.
Yeah, we'll do definitely Captain Hook.
A couple of folks are asking if you could draw Sully.
All right, we got to remember these. I've never drawn the genie before, so this is going to be fun.
Now,
Sorry, Eric Goldberg.
for people who don't know, Aaron worked on Aladdin. He designed and animated the character of Rajah, and he also animated several shots of Jasmine, as well as a few shots of Aladdin.
I did. Yeah. And Eric Goldberg, who designed the genie, also directed Pocahontas. And Eric's just an absolutely brilliant animator, and has this very cool kind of fluid, broad style that I'm really having a hard time drawing right now.
Well, you said that was one of the hardest things with designing Rajah, was right? Was getting a tiger that would
Yeah,
work
just
in
getting that.
fluid style.
Yeah. Getting these proportions just right.
Do you have any tips towards building a new portfolio?
You know, you put your best work up front. That's the biggest thing. Always put your best work in the front. The first stuff they're going to see. You want to wow them right off the bat. Don't overdo it. Don't overpopulate it. Don't put a ton of student work in there. You want stuff that, you know, the professionals want to see to prove that you can do what they're hiring you to do. For instance, if you're an animator, don't put in a whole bunch of your walk cycles and things like that. You want to put in acting.
Like how, like say if it's artwork for like character design, like what? This is my personal question. Like, what would be the minimum for amount of drawings for a good portfolio? Like how?
I would say 20
20 at minimum,
minimum.
and maximum like 30, 40.
Yeah, 40 maybe. You don't want to overwhelm them. You don't want to bore them. You want to wow them.
Detlef is watching on YouTube,
Detlef,
Hey, Detlef.
and he says,
excellent lion, man.
I loved the Brave Little Toaster as a kid. Maybe we can add
Oh.
him to the list.
That's funny.
Now, the Brave Little Toaster, it was distributed by Disney, but it's not actually Disney production, right?
I thought it was, but I can't remember, to be honest with you. I thought it was. I know a bunch of guys.
I
That
mean, it
worked
came
on
out in '87, so they weren't working on it when you were at Disney, right?
No, they weren't. But I know a bunch of guys that worked on it.
It says production companies Hyperion Pictures, the Kushner Lock Company, distributed by Walt Disney. I don't think it was done in house. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Could you draw Dodger or Oliver from Oliver and Company?
Oh yeah. Ooh, Genie, man. Genie's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a very unique style of lines.
yeah, it's an independent film. It was distributed but not animated by Disney. That's interesting.
Pixie Antics on TikTok says bunch of Disney people left to produce independent animation to create My Little Toaster,
Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, because I know like I think Rob Minkoff worked on it, and
What art school did you go to? I'm currently attending SCAD, which is Savannah College of Art.
yeah, I've been to SCAD. I went to Ringling College of Art and Design.
But he went for illustration. At the time, they didn't offer animation.
Right. So I went from 1986 to 1989. Back then, it was only a 3-year school. And so I went and attended during that period. And it was during that time that I got my Disney internship. And at the end of that, I was hired by Disney. It was after my second year, went back and finished my third year with a job waiting for me at Disney, which was nice. And that's how I ended up with Disney.
Can you draw Shere Khan? I think you've done him.
I did Shere Khan already. Yeah.
You did him on TikTok. We're going to do a recap here shortly.
There's Shere Khan right there. I did him on our last run.
What program do you use to make animations?
I use, first of all, I make animation, not animations. and I use TV Paint for the big desktop here, or I use I'm going to be using as after November 22nd on iPad. I'll be using Procreate Dreams, which is coming out November 22nd. A great new animation software coming out from the folks at Procreate.
Twilight Princess asks, "Can you draw Beast, please?"
I have already done the Beast, unfortunately. We did the Beast on the first go around.
You've done Zazu already, also, right? I know you did Zazu on pencil and paper the other day, right?
Yeah, I wasn't part of this group. So technically, we can do Zazu.
Have you drawn Marie from the Aristocats?
No,
Have you done an Aristocat character yet?
I don't think I have.
Jack on YouTube asks, did you ever get to do any traveling when you were animating for Disney? I understand that sometimes animators go off to different parts of the world when working on a movie.
Yes. When I was making Brother Bear, we went all over Alaska. We went all over the western United States, Yellowstone, the Grand Tetons, Sequoia National Forest, or National Park, I should say. So yes, we did.
Twitch question, can you draw Gurgi?
Hey, there we go. All right, let's get Gurgi out of the way after this one.
Yeah, that'll get Black Cauldron out of the way and Gurgi.
So here's a very clunky.
And you haven't done anybody from Alice in Wonderland yet, have you?
No. There's a whole bunch of characters there we could pull
So
from.
many. Oh, I think Mad Hatter would be a fun one.
Yeah.
Cheshire Cat would be good too.
Mustard? Don't be silly.
Did you work on Tarzan?
I did not work on Tarzan.
You were already in pre-production on Brother Bear at that point, right?
I was, yeah.
Have you done any characters from Sword in the Stone yet?
No?
Oh, wait, no, you did Madam Mim, right?
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I completely forgot about Madam
I
Mim.
forgot she was Sword in the Stone for a moment.
So did you get to choose what movies you got to work on?
Not really. As animators, especially if you're a studio hire, you go to where they assign you. Sometimes, if you got in good with a director and they had a couple of films going on at the same time, you might be able to influence where you go. No, I got one.
Huh? Oh, I'm good. What would be your number one piece of advice for someone who's hoping to work in visual development, who's already a student?
Well, you gotta if you want to work in visual development, you have to be able to change up your style. Going into visual development is not, a lot of young people think, oh, I can go into visual development and just draw whatever I want to draw. That's not how it is. You're working very tightly with a production designer in many instances, production or art director, and it's a lot of work. It's not all of it's glorious. You're not thinking up big concept work and things like that. Sometimes what does this clump of grass look like? What is how are we going to show a doorknob? What's the design of a door or the facade of a building? And so a lot of visual development includes all that. So just be prepared to do a lot of various types of work that fall under visual development. And if you're a studio hire, you're going to change your style from movie to movie.
Bob asks, has he drawn all of the 101 Dalmatians?
No.
We'd be done if you had.
Yeah.
Twitch question. What was the most complex and difficult animation that you did, and how was that experience?
I've got a couple of shots like that. There was one with Beauty and the Beast that I've talked about a lot, where it's Belle and Beast arguing in front of the fireplace, the bandaging scene after he's been attacked by after he saved her from the wolves. And it's where they're arguing about, whose fault it was, and you shouldn't have been in the West Wing, and you should learn how to control your temper. And so that was a very complicated acting scene and just complicated in general. So there was that. Then I had a very mechanically complex shot of Roger Rabbit where he's kind of tangled up in a rope and swinging around like a pendulum and spinning at the same time and acting. And it was all very kind of complex. There we go. So there's Jeannie.
Facebook comment. I'm going to give it one last shot and ask for John Silver or Delbert from Treasure Planet.
Oh, only one last shot? Oh, you're not working hard enough.
They've been on since the last stream asking for that. So. Yes, so Aaron's Pastel Sea Brush, I'll post a link on the social media, is available in his brush set #1, or you can get it for free if you sign up at creatureartteacher.com. And yes, that is the brush he's using today.
Who did they ask for?
Silver, Long John Silver.
Have you taught the animation experience in Animal Kingdom before?
No.
So we did attend that during this year's Earth Day.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
For people just joining us, I want to let you know that Aaron has a $1 character design course available at creatureartteacher.com. It's over 16 hours long, over 20 videos, and you can get that at creatureartteacher.com/learn. We're also running a new sale every day during our 13 days of Halloween sale. And today's sale is you can get Tony Cipriano's Making Monsters in ZBrush for only $5. That is its lowest price ever. It's nearly 30 hours long. If you ever wanted to learn ZBrush, this is the course to learn. CreatureArtTeacher.com, 30-hour ZBrush course for only $5. And speaking of only $5, we also released a new photography pack from Dustin on hummingbirds. It includes over 35 photos, 4 HD slow motion video clips of hummingbirds, some really great reference in there. You can pick that up for $5 over at CreatureArtTeacher.com.
Yeah.
So this is a Glen Keane character. Lots of various details in here that I'm just going to go through rough at first. I've never drawn this character, but it's interesting because as I'm drawing him, even though I've never drawn him before, knowing it's a Glen Keane character, there are some very similar design choices that he did in here that resemble the Beast.
So I'm guessing we're going to be saving Googie from Black Cauldron for afterwards.
Yeah, I'll do this one, and then we'll do Gurgi next.
Okay. Someone's at Lavender Heart asks, "Hey Aaron, can you please draw Ember from Elemental? It will make me so happy if you draw her." I think she was strictly Pixar, or no?
It's still Disney.
Yeah,
Still
we've done
Disney.
some Pixar characters.
And McQueen.
Yep. And Remy.
Yeah, Ember would
Remy,
be really
yeah.
interesting.
A lot of people were asking for Wade on TikTok the other day too. So those are
Asking for who?
Wade, remember from
Wade,
Oh, yeah,
Elemental.
from the water character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the music of that movie.
YouTube question. Hey Aaron,
Hey.
when working on animal-oriented movies such as The Lion King and Brother Bear, how did you and your coworkers study animal movement?
Well, we brought lions right into the studio. And Brother Bear, we brought bears into the studio. Or we went to where there were bears and studied them. we brought the animals to us. We studied video whenever we could. We had a lot of different resources at our fingertips.
There's
Disney
actually
was
a photo
very
of
good.
you with a baby tiger.
Yeah, when I was making Rajah,
Yeah.
I got into the pen with some tigers and got ripped apart by baby tigers.
Did you work on Brother Bear 2 as well?
No, I did not work on Brother Bear 2. It was being made at the same time, actually, that we were making Brother Bear.
Do you do hand exercises? How do you not cramp up?
I've been doing this a long time.
Also,
So-
it's a little hard to tell. Well, if you're watching on
I think it's like anything else. If you're exercising every day, like I do with my drawing, it's you just stay in shape.
and if you're watching on TikTok, you can see this a little easier because it's an over-the-shoulder view. But Aaron draws at almost a 90-degree angle. It's probably about an 80, 85-degree angle
Yeah.
that he's got his monitor at. So he's drawing very upright. And you said the other day something that kind of jumped out at me, that you think that came from drawing at an easel so much while you're comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ellie Slow X on TikTok asks, how long did you work for Disney, or do you still?
I worked for Disney for 21 years. I don't work there now. I left in 2010 and started my current business now, creatureartteacher.com. Started that back in 2012. And there we are.
Martin on Facebook says, I hope you don't go till 12:30 a.m. again today, because I've got to get up early tomorrow for the Glenn Vilppu workshop. We're going to the Natural History Museum.
Martin. He's going to the same museum that we all went to.
Yeah, yep. So for people who don't know, who might be joining us on for the first time, we generally live stream here every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We stream on multiple platforms. We are on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter. And if you look us up and follow us on any of those platforms, it's Aaron Blaise Art. That's Aaron Blaise Art.
That mechanical arm in there.
Isn't it a little different on YouTube? Is that the Art of Aaron Blaise on YouTube, or is this still?
No, it's Aaron Blaise Art.
The only one that's different is Facebook.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's
you
the
can
one.
still find you if you do Aaron Blaise Art there, because
Yeah.
that's your other profile. So
I knew there's one that was it's slightly different, but
Instagram question: would you draw Long John Silver from Treasure Planet?
Are you watching what I'm doing?
That's what he's drawing right now. Now I scrolled up, so maybe that was an old question, but I don't.
What are you, blind? What drawing programs do you recommend for new people to get into?
Pencil and paper. If you're new at it, if you're new to art, pencil and paper. No, if you have a tablet, I think Procreate, or if you have a iPad or something like that, Procreate I think is a really great image making software. Photoshop, I'm a big advocate of Photoshop, and you can get Krita, which is free, and really nice. You get nice results from that. There's a lot of great stuff out there.
How does one get start to learn to animate?
Well, there's a lot of education out there now, given with the internet, and so I've got tons of courses, which is a good segue. We've got sales going on right now at our website, and there's you can get entire courses on how to animate for you can get all of my animation for less than $50.
Yeah, all of our courses are on sale right now. Aaron's complete animation course is only $10 right now. Your 4-leg animation bundle is only $10. Your character design course is only $1. We've got classes on acting for animation. We've got advanced animation, all kinds of stuff over there. We've got over 700 hours of art lessons and animation tutorials. And if you're really interested in diving deep, then I would recommend you pick up our membership at Creature Art Teacher. We've got two different types of memberships to choose from. We've got a monthly streaming plan as well as an annual plan. And what's cool about those is it gets you everything on the website. So the monthly plan works a lot like Netflix. You can stop and start at any time. The annual plan lets you stream, but also download and keep everything. So right now that's on sale, I want to say for $175. Gets you all 700 hours of content plus everything we release over the next 12 months. You also get thousands of brushes, photo packs. We do quarterly live events that you get included for free on. And twice a week with both memberships, Aaron is doing member exclusive Snow Bear streams where he is animating his own animated short film called Snow Bear. And twice a week, you get to sit in his studio, be like a fly on the wall and follow along with him, ask questions. It's like real-time animation school.
Yeah, we've really got a great group that comes in too.
So if you want to learn more about those membership options, go to creatureartteacher.com/member. And the link is in the bio on the social media platforms as well.
And we were talking about it the other day. Imagine, with that downloading, you literally will have an entire art education library at your fingertips.
Yep.
Literally.
It is the best value in art education.
Can you draw Olaf or Hunchback?
Let's put it on the list.
Gergie's next. I need to get a little sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Start tracking who we're doing. Can you do one of the princesses? Yes, we will circle back to some princesses. We've done Ariel, we've done Pocahontas, we've done Jasmine, right?
Yeah.
Do you offer mentorships for illustrators?
We don't. But you can. I've got a lot of courses for illustrators, but we don't have any mentorships. No.
Yeah, we don't do one-on-one mentorships. All of our courses are more like learn at your own pace. But we do, if you become a member, you get access to our Discord server where you get to engage with other students and give feedback. And Aaron pops on there from time to time, although we're due to pop in there again here soon.
Yeah, we got to get in there.
Someone's asking us from earlier, who asked about Ember from Elemental. I don't think she got a straight answer. So she's asking, so is that a yes?
We'll get to it.
We're adding that to the list.
What was the question?
Asking if
to do Ember.
Draw Ember from Elemental.
Oh, yeah. We'll add it to the list. Abel this is kind of a follow-up to what we just said a second ago. Abel asks, hey, thanks for the live stream. Are the courses on your website geared towards animation only? I'm more interested in illustration. No, we've got...
It's all art education. It's all kinds of art.
We have animation, we have digital art, we have traditional art, charcoal, watercolor, oil painting, full courses on illustration, digital illustration in Photoshop, how to use Procreate, storyboarding,
how to pitch.
Yep, how to pitch, all kinds of stuff. So it's definitely not just animation. Perspective. How do you blend the different shade areas of the face for light to dark like that? When I do it, it always looks off.
It depends on what you want to think about where your shadows are going to go. There's a lot of different aspects. You want to think about analogous colors. A lot of different considerations go into what I think about when I'm doing something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not really doing like the just so people know, because people are asking for like Star Wars characters and stuff. We're trying to stick with the
Traditional
Disney and Pixar animation world, not the Marvel. And even though they're all Disney properties now, they're not. We're going with the classic Disney films and characters is what we're shooting.
We can come back on another stream and do that, though.
Yeah. Have you done Pongo yet from Emperor's New Groove? I don't think we have, right?
Pongo?
Oh wait, no, Pongo's from Dalmatians.
Dalmatians. And I did do Pongo.
Yeah, we did do Pongo. What's the one from Emperor's New Groove?
Kronk?
Cusco? Kronk?
No, the other guy.
Pacha?
Pacha. That's
John Goodman?
Yeah.
I think Kronk would be a lot more fun.
A lot of people have asked for Yzma.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yzma would be great.
What about Briar Rabbit?
No, I haven't done Briar Rabbit. There we go. And boy, Glenn came up with a really complicated character here.
Kerr on TikTok asks, "Do you have a limited time to complete the courses once you purchase?"
No, that's one of the cool
You
things.
can download for a lifetime. You can stream for a lifetime.
Yep.
It's a one-time purchase.
Unlimited access.
One-time purchase for unlimited access. I almost said limited. You imagine getting a course and like you pay $60 for a course and it's like it's a rental. It can only be used for the first 24 hours of purchase.
That's
Yeah.
how almost every other website works.
Yeah.
Really? Tons of other art education websites. Yeah, they're not 24 hours, but yeah.
Like 48 or like a week long, and then
Yeah, tons of other websites are limited access.
All right, there he is.
do you have any
That
courses?
was a complicated one.
Do you have any courses for complete beginners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have drawing courses, anatomy courses. All of them are geared towards beginners. It's the way I teach is very. I start very simple.
Castra on Facebook wants to know, do you know who animated Pacha in Emperor's New Groove?
I don't.
I'll look it up.
How would you best describe Disney art style?
Well, there is. Everybody calls it a Disney style. To me, it's there. I don't know that there's a visual Disney style because it changes from movie to movie, but there's a style to get soul and get a broad range of acting. Our characters were designed to enable them to do that.
Bruce W. Smith did Pacha.
Oh, Bruce Smith. Okay, same guy that did Kerchak, and Bruce also animated Robin Williams in the studio tour. I think he was responsible for Bebe's Kids. He directed. Bruce is an amazing animator. Oh, he did Facilier.
Well, Claudia says if you do Yzma, you should do her as a cat. He turns into the cat.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember her turning into a cat.
Lots of people asking for Buzz and Woody.
Oh yeah.
Twitch question.
But that's Pixar though.
We're doing Pixar.
Yeah, we're doing
Disney
Pixar
and
as well.
count. They're in the Disney animation world.
Remember, Dustin? I already did
Right.
McQueen and all that.
Right.
And Remy. Did you work on Wolf Walkers? Twitch question.
Very, very little. I wouldn't even say I worked on it, but I did. They asked me to do some drawing, and I did some designs for them over a week or two, and we did. I went to Ireland to Cartoon Saloon and did some lectures for them on four-legged locomotion, specifically dog walks and runs and things like that for the wolves. And they were very kind to give me a credit in the film, although I didn't really deserve it.
Although, my opinion, and I don't know how much direction they gave you to start with, what they gave you as a reference, but the character designs you came up with, they're not that far off from what ended up.
Oh no, I went off of what I gave them was just slightly different than what they had already designed.
Interpretation. Gotcha.
Yeah, so they basically kept what they had done
Got it.
beforehand.
Is the movie Dinosaur considered a Disney classic or no?
It's a Disney film.
Yeah, I mean, it would be in the Disney featured animation productions for sure.
Man, I remember when that movie first came out, and holy moly, was it groundbreaking then.
People asking for Quasimodo.
All right, that's some good ones.
By the way, whatever your platform you're watching us on, give us a follow. Be sure to hit that share button and like button and subscribe button. Those buttons, all the buttons,
Button. Who's got the button?
those really help us out a lot. So help us spread the word. We want to grow our audience. We want to bring affordable art education to the world. And we want to grow our little community here and get to know you all and have fun with you. So
Yes.
please help us spread the word. This is Gurgi from
The Black Cauldron.
For people asking what character this is.
This came out when I was a senior in high school back in 1986, I believe it was.
Erica says Maximus from Tangled would be good. You haven't done a Disney horse yet.
That's true. I haven't.
Who'd we say after Gurgi?
I don't know.
Dustin or somebody?
Was it? I know someone has been asking for Ember.
Yzma?
Yzma, Ember, Wade. Yes, we've done Mufasa from The Lion King. Done Mickey. We're up to like 53, 54 characters now, I think. People
One,
asking
two,
for
three,
Kovu.
four.
That's
This
from The
is
Lion
number
King 2. We're sticking with the main features. Lion King 2 was a direct-to-video release, so I don't know that we'll get...
No, we're sticking to the theatrical releases.
How do you get your proportions right without having to measure?
I'm mentally measuring. You just get better at it over time. You look at it and you compare. It's a lot of comparing.
Could you do Rajah from Aladdin? So Aaron's already done Rajah from Aladdin, and that was actually his character. So
Yeah.
for people who might not know, Aaron designed and animated Rajah. He designed and animated young Nala in The Lion King. He designed and animated Yao in Mulan. He also designed and animated all the ancestor ghosts in Mulan. I feel like there's another one I'm missing, but those are his main characters that he designed and animated. But he also animated the Beast and Beauty and the Beast. He animated Roger Rabbit. He's animated characters in The Rescuers Down Under, all sorts of stuff. So if you are interested, check out creatureartteacher.com and you can learn animation, character drawing, design from a Disney director and animator.
From the guy that worked on them.
And he directed Brother Bear.
I did. Have to hire Nick as my spokesman.
Well, you sort of have. What made you decide on vibrating the colors for Brother Bear? Because the movie is beautiful and visually stunning.
Well, we saturated the palette in the second act and the third act. Once he becomes a bear, the big theme of that film is seeing through new eyes. And so we did two things. We saturated the palette, so it's much more vibrant and bright than it is in the first act. But then we also widen the screen. We go to a CinemaScope so that it actually gets wider. He's seeing a bigger world, literally. And so it's a story decision that we made in order to help tell the story, but tell it in a visual way. So you, as an audience member, are experiencing exactly what Kenai is experiencing. And that helps tell the story. He's seeing it. He's seeing the brighter hues of the world around him.
TikTok question: does Aaron have any other interests besides art?
Oh, sure. I like nature in general, and when I was a younger, more vibrant man, I did a lot of wakeboarding, water skiing, that sort of thing. I haven't done as much over the years, the last few years, but I love getting out on the water, diving, any kind of diving, ocean, all of that.
And you also like to play guitar and do music?
I do play music. I do, yeah.
Can you do a character from The Great Mouse Detective? Maybe Basil or Ratigan. You did
We did little Flamersham.
Olivia Flabbersham, we did.
We did. Yeah, I can do Flabbersham, you mean?
Is that Mockingbird? What program is that?
This is Photoshop.
Photoshop.
And I am using my Pastel C. This is a custom brush that I created. And everything you see me doing, I'm using the same brush.
Fun Film says you should draw Marahute since you said you always wanted to animate her.
Oh, Marahute's a complicated one. I can try.
YouTube comment, Brother Bear is one of my favorite Disney movies.
Well, thank you.
It was 20 years ago today that we had Aaron was at the premiere for Brother Bear.
Yep. It was an amazing night. We had a lot of fun.
Have you drawn any Aristocat characters yet?
Don't think so.
Not yet.
Okay.
Still got to hit Alice.
Funny story from the premiere night. You know, we have the premiere of the movie, and then there's a big after party. So you take we all had limos and things like that. And we take those back to the after party, and there, there's a big banquet and dinner and all that. And so I after the movie, I got up and got in our limo and forgot my credentials, my pass on my seat. But I thought, once we got halfway there, I thought, you know what, it's all right. I directed the movie. I'm not going to have a problem getting in. Well, the guard, the guy in charge of security there, when I got there, he didn't know me. And they wouldn't let me into my own party. That's and funny. It took quite a while for them to let me in. Then he was super apologetic, but he was doing his job.
Yes, we've drawn Tinkerbell. Someone on Twitch or TikTok asked, oh, this is funny, on TikTok. Draw Sonic the Hedgehog from Wreck-It Ralph.
From Wreck-It Ralph.
Technically, loophole.
Loophole much?
Have you ever used Procreate?
Yes, I've used Procreate quite a bit, and I love it.
Course on Procreate, actually.
I do, yeah.
Any tips for designing characters?
Well, yeah. My biggest tip is to go to my website, creatureartteacher.com, and I've got a 16-hour, 23 video course on character design for $1. So that would be my advice, because I can't give you a bunch of it, in a couple of lines. It's literally, I take you through everything that I know about character design, all the different principles I've learned, and all the different things to think about while you're character designing, and I put it all into a course.
Yeah, so that course is at Creature Art. Did you show the slide for that, Dustin?
I did.
You can get that at creatureartteacher.com/learn if you want to go straight to that course. And while you're there, pick up a few other things. We're actually running our 13 days of Halloween sale right now, which means every day from now to Halloween, we are running a new sale. Today's sale is you can get Making Monsters with Tony Cipriano in ZBrush. It's a full course on ZBrush. It's nearly 30 hours long. You can pick that up for only $5. And be sure to check back tomorrow and every day from now through Halloween, because we're running a new sale every day.
All right, who's next?
After Gurgi, do you want to try Ember or Wade from Elemental?
Okay. Wade or Ember? Which one are we doing?
Wade was the one we got the most requests for the other day. Ember's what we got today. So
Wade from Elemental.
Yeah, Wade is the water character, and Ember, yeah.
There we go. Yes.
And maybe after Wade, we should show a recap of the characters we've done so far. Who's your personal favorite animator? YouTube question.
I've got a couple. My favorite animators are Glenn Keane, James Baxter, Sandro Cluso. I've got several. Rune Beneke, uh, Sergio Pablos. These are all really amazing animators in the industry that I've always looked up to. Ken Duncan.
Have you seen Elemental?
I've seen part of it. I never got a chance to finish it.
A question from Lorena on YouTube. Question: when I flip my drawing horizontals, why does it always seem like it's kind of skewed? It also happens when I flip the image in the mirror.
Well, you're seeing it in a new perspective, and that's one of it's actually that's a trick we use when we're checking our drawings. We turn them up, we turn them backwards, flop them so that you can see it with new eyes and see what's wrong with it. Because you can always tell there's something wrong with this drawing when you reverse it. And I actually started doing that when I was a little kid, because I remember doing a drawing and having I couldn't get far enough back from it, and I was wanting to just get a look at it and make sure it was looking okay. So I went into the bathroom and I held it up into the mirror so I could double the distance, and all of a sudden the drawing looked horrible. And I realized, wow, reversing shows me all the mistakes that I was making that I couldn't see otherwise.
Justin and Sloan on TikTok says, just bought a few courses. Newbie wanting to learn to draw.
Hey, that's great. Thanks.
Nice. Hope you enjoy them. And what is the current brush that you're using again?
This is my Pastel C from my original custom brush set at creatureartteacher.com. That's the other thing we wanted to mention, is that if you become a member, not only are you getting access to all of the courses and the live streams that we do and all that, but I've got thousands of Photoshop brushes that I've made over the years that are available. I feel like his chin is too small. I want to redraw that. Let's get this right.
So this is Wade from Elemental, for people that might not have seen that movie.
Like you're wading into the water.
And what we're doing today is we're continuing in celebration of the 100th birthday of Disney as a company, of which Aaron was part of for over 21 years. He worked on films like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, Mulan, Pocahontas, and he directed Brother Bear. So he worked with Disney as an animator, character designer, and director. So to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Disney, Aaron is drawing 100 Disney characters. And this is part 2. We're up to character number...
We might have to do a part 3, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I think this is probably number 55, 56.
This is 50. Yeah, this is our 6th one, so this is 55.
Who did you animate in Pocahontas?
I animated the character of Pocahontas.
Someone asked, have you done Bambi?
I did do Bambi. We did Bambi on the first night. Bambi is one of my favorites. And what really started slowing me down is the addition of color, but I really like adding the color.
Yeah, when we first started, we were just doing black and whites, but...
Yeah. I think the color just gives it a little extra pop.
The person I was asking about Pocahontas says, "Oh my God, please draw Pocahontas. She's my favorite."
We did Pocahontas already, unfortunately. Yeah, we did Pocahontas.
And unfortunately, to those that are asking for other characters for movies that we've already been part of, we're only doing one character per project, correct?
Well, not necessarily.
Yeah, it's just whatever favorite film, favorite characters we come across. Like I did Beast already, but we might do Belle.
Yeah, and we did several from Aladdin. Done a couple from Brother Bear. Might do some more since you directed that one, and it's the 20th anniversary.
Someone's asking for Roger Rabbit.
Oh, we haven't done Roger yet, have we?
Oh, not yet.
Aaron animated Roger Rabbit in the two of the Roger Rabbit shorts, Roller Coaster Rabbit and Trail Mix-Up.
Yes.
Someone's asking if you could draw Ember after Wade. It will make me happy. I have to work tonight.
Well, we're going to go on to another film. We might come back to Ember.
Someone's asking, did you watch Once Upon a Studio? Yeah, we answered
Yeah,
that
we did.
earlier. Yep, we have.
We did, and
I
I
have not
really
yet.
enjoyed it.
But I plan to later.
Twitch question: what do you think of animated films like Spirited Away and the Studio Ghibli movies?
I love them. Absolutely love them. I went to Studio Ghibli back in 2004 and met Miyazaki and really just had a wonderful time. So there's Wade. A little shot of Wade.
Is there any animated scene that still astounds you?
Oh, there's tons. Lots in Bambi and in Pinocchio. We were just watching Snow White last night, and I'm blown away by the complexity that they got in Snow White.
Yeah, I recently watched Sleeping Beauty after not watching it since I was a kid. And
Yes, Sleeping Beauty is the top.
yeah,
All right, who's next?
absolute
I forget.
beautiful complexity.
We didn't really have a next one, so
After Wade.
how about somebody from Alice in
Roger
Wonderland?
Rabbit?
Oh, Roger Rabbit.
Roger.
Let's do Roger. Can you draw Maleficent in her dragon form? Already did that.
We already did that.
Yep.
So I was asking for Ursula.
Winnie the Pooh. We haven't done Winnie the Pooh yet. We've done Tigger.
I did Winnie
Oh, you
already.
did?
Ask,
Yeah. Oh,
you
actually,
drawn
no, I didn't. I
Sully?
did it on another stream. Or didn't I do Winnie? Didn't I do Winnie?
I don't think you did. I think you did Tigger.
I did do Tigger. That's right.
McQueen, we already did McQueen.
We did Scar already.
Kida, I think we already did. You already do Kida?
So here's a good one because I worked on Roger. So Roger is think of a bean crisscrossed by another bean or hot dog bun. Right there. 2 hot dog buns put together. Think of it that way. And we got a nice little snout right here.
For people who are asking what he's drawing on, this is a Wacom Cintiq Pro 32. And he uses a MacBook Pro, or I'm sorry, a Mac Pro, and he is drawing in Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah.
So I drew Roger on 2 different films, and it's always fun coming back to drawing Roger.
Any characters that you refuse to draw, and if so, why?
No, not Disney characters. No, I'll draw any of them.
Did they intentionally make Roger look like Bugs Bunny?
No, no, they didn't. And he doesn't look like Bugs Bunny at all.
Other than it's like when people I saw the other day, somebody was like, Roger looks so much like Shere Khan.
They look nothing alike. They're both tigers. I think that's why, you know, it's a rabbit, but they really look nothing alike.
Shere Khan has like a much larger, longer snout and jaw.
Who animated Roger in the movie, in the feature, Aaron?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of people that animated Roger.
But I mean,
Andreas.
Richard Williams would be the.
Yeah, Richard Williams was well, he directed all the animation, period. But Andreas, I think, did a lot of Roger.
What about Mushu from Mulan? He was already done.
Yeah, we already did Mushu.
Already did Mushu.
Can you draw Sylvester and Tweety? That's Warner Brothers.
Wrong company.
Wrong universe.
And to folks that just hopped in, Gurgi has already been done just a little bit ago.
Yep. We'll do a recap here shortly.
And Stitch has been drawn.
Yep, we did Stitch on the first night.
What about Nick or Judy from Zootopia?
Oh,
No, we haven't done them yet.
Also got Caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Unfortunately, Bartok is not Disney. That is Fox. That's Anastasia.
Yeah.
With
Oh, is that the bat?
Don Bluth. Yeah. Oh, sure. Blame the bat. What the heck? We're easy targets.
Scar, we already did Scar.
Yeah.
Haven't done anything from Hercules yet.
Oh, what about Baymax from
I
Big
love
Hero
Baymax.
6.
Huh?
Baymax is a nice, easy one to do.
that you'll finish that one in no time. Hello, I am Baymax. Ratatouille, we've already done the Ratatouille character.
Well, we did Remy.
Yeah, Remy.
We haven't gotten Fox and the Hound yet.
Simba Hakuna Matata on TikTok asks, what's your setup? I want to start drawing again, and this would be nice to use.
Aaron is drawing on a 32-inch Wacom Cintiq Pro, and he is drawing in Adobe Photoshop.
Yep. So go to Wacom.com. They've got a whole selection of Wacom products there.
They're celebrating their 40th anniversary
They
this
are.
month.
And unfortunately, the 32-inch is no longer available. However, there is a 27-inch, which is basically the same screen size, but with a much smaller
Bezel.
bezel. Yeah. Alyssa allegedly asks, "Is he left-handed?"
Yes, I am.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yep, it's not reversed. And what's funny is my brother is left-handed, my mother was left-handed, and my father is left-handed.
And for people who don't know Aaron's brother was also part of the Disney legacy. He was with Disney as well. Travis Blaise. He animated characters like Stitch. He animated
Coda.
Coda and Brother Bear.
Yeah. And the bad guy in Hercules. Or no,
Frollo.
I mean in Hunchback. Yeah,
Frollo and Hunchback.
Frollo.
Yep.
There's Rajah. Hey, Rajah.
Please.
Yeah, when was the last time you drew?
Go ahead.
I drew Roger actually live the other night.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
did
drawn
you?
him a few times recently.
Yeah, on paper when we were doing stuff on paper.
Ah.
So for people who might be joining us who
There
don't
he
know
is.
what you're watching, Aaron Blaise, who's drawing, was with Disney for 21 years. He worked on movies like The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Mulan, Pocahontas, Brother Bear, or he directed Brother Bear,
Yeah.
and many more.
Let's do a little review. So we just finished Roger right here. And then there's Wade
Wade.
and Gurgi
Googie.
and Silver,
Silver.
Genie,
Genie.
Jiminy, Kenai. Then the other night we did Tiana
Tiana.
and Cusco and Maui and Hades. And we've got Aurora,
Aurora. yeah.
Pogo, Shere Khan, Madame Mim. Man, going through these names.
So many.
And we got Jack Skellington and Tigger, Chernobog, and then Flabbersaddlesleevision,
Olivia Flabbersham.
Cruella. We've got Sarabi, Ariel,
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell, thank you. Aladdin,
Oh, a couple of these
Jasmine.
I haven't seen yet.
Pocahontas. Got a very bad Coda. And there's Mushu and Bambi and Wally, thank you.
Bailey.
I was going to say Baymax. Baloo, Dumbo, Bolt, Remy, Max, Maleficent Dragon, Yao,
Jafar.
Jafar, thank you. Scar. Notice how Scar and Jafar look alike? They're both animated by the same guy.
Are they?
Yes.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah. And then Rajah and
Nemo.
thank you. And Tramp and
Robin
Hood and Lightning McQueen and Lady. Now you can see this is where I was going a little rougher, a little faster. There's Beast, there's Goofy, there's Donald, bad Donald, Peter Pan, Snow White, Stitch. Yeah, these are all just like underdrawings now.
Hey, Pluto.
Pluto, Simba, Nala, Mufasa, and we started with Mickey. Has anyone asked for Mickey today?
No, not that I've
That's
seen.
interesting.
I think someone
Somebody
earlier
probably
was asking
has.
for Steamboat Mickey.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that
there you
too,
go.
yeah.
So that's our 55 or 50. It was 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So now we're going into 57.
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook.
10.
Yes, I got to use reference. There's no way I can remember all these guys.
You gotta use your reference, kid.
I can't remember all these guys, so I got to look at reference. Let's see here. I think it was Frank that did Captain Hook. Frank Thomas.
Are you using Adobe Illustrator? This is Photoshop.
Nope, this is Photoshop.
So a lot of people don't realize that Adobe Illustrator isn't really intended for illustration. The name is a little.
It is, and
of
so
a
in
misnomer.
Photoshop, isn't really in. Originally wasn't intended for illustration either, was it?
No, it was for
wasn't.
photography.
Yeah.
But Illustrator does vector images only, so you can illustrate in it, but it's a very specific style of vector illustration. InDesign is way more used in the industry for things like logos and banners and stuff that needs to be blown up, those sorts of graphics. Photoshop uses bitmap, so it's more like pencil, paper, that sort of stuff. It's not vector based. I can hear people in the comments going, I illustrate in Illustrator.
I'm sure.
I haven't seen anybody yet, but I'm sure they will.
Don't ask. How about Lucifer the cat from Cinderella?
Cinderella. Oh, I'd like to do some of the mice.
And quite a few folks are asking for Aristocats. Not a specific character per se, but just saying Aristocats.
Now, you might be wondering, why am I drawing his head so small? Well, I'm anticipating that big hat of his.
Big hat and big hair. Some folks are still asking for Nick or Judy from Zootopia.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'd like to do them next. So let's keep that, or do Nick. Is it Nick?
Nick is the fox. Judy
Yeah.
is the.
I know. Yeah, I couldn't remember what his name was. The Little Lost Boys.
I always forget the Return to Neverland with Robin Williams and Walter Cronkite. Was that
Yeah.
before or after Aladdin?
Oh, that was way before.
Way before?
It was before everything. It was before Mermaid came out. They made that.
Really?
Yeah, because that was part of the tour when the tour opened.
Oh wow. Yep, Robin Williams was indeed in Hook.
Oh yeah,
That movie gets a bad rap, but I like Hook.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
it's funny. Robin Williams played a Lost Boy. He played Peter Pan in a live action.
I think that falls into I was the right age for Hook.
What's that?
I said I think it falls into I was exactly the right age for Hook when it came out.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you would have been what, about 10 or 12?
Yeah. Did it come out 91, 92, somewhere in there? Yeah. So. Or was it 90? 91. So I was 11. Right in the pocket
Right in the pocket.
for a swashbuckling adventure.
This one's a little bit complicated. I got to tie this one down a little bit.
YouTube comment, I'm progressing along with your character design course. Big thanks from a French caricature artist.
Oh, that's great. You're welcome.
For people who don't know what we're talking about, Aaron's character design course is over 16 hours long. It includes over 20 videos, and for a limited time, you can pick it up for just $1 over at futureartteacher.com. It is an amazing course. It's one of our most popular courses. We wanted to use it as a way to give people a taste of what our classes are like. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can pick that up, and you get that at creatureartteacher.com/learn. And while you're there, check out a bunch of our other courses. We've got over 700 hours of art lessons, animation tutorials, traditional media, digital media, and
There he is.
Shmee.
So in the Dare to Create on TikTok says, Sarah in the background, can you do the voice of Tigger or Winnie the Pooh? Unfortunately, I don't really have a whole lot of practice with those characters.
I can do an okay Tigger.
I think I can do the Tigger. The Tigger
The
like,
wonderful thing about Tigger is Tigger's a wonderful thing.
Tigger's a wonderful thing.
That's great.
Oh, bother. Yeah, I can't get that. Pooh has almost like a high raspiness to his voice.
Yep.
Which is not something you hear that often. High and raspy. Usually it's low and raspy.
Yeah. Did you work on Atlantis: The Lost Empire?
I did not work on Atlantis: The Lost Empire. We were making Mulan, I believe, at the time.
Can I do Goofy's falling yell? I think I can do that. Or I think I could just straight up do Goofy. Well, when I was your age, I was never invited to a party. Look at me now. Gosh.
That was from the Goofy movie, right?
Yep. I guess I'll go fishing all alone. Just sit in my boat all alone.
There we go.
I want to let
Grace
people,
Elizabeth says, that looks incredible.
Well, it's a quick one, that's for sure.
know that we started our 13 days of Halloween sale at creatureartteacher.com. Every day we are running a brand new sale. Day one was a new hummingbird photo and video reference pack from Dustin Blaise. You can pick that up for only $5 if you head over to creatureartteacher.com. These are artist reference photo images intended for you to use in both your personal and professional artwork to create professional pieces based off of these images. That's what they're for. It's artist reference photo packs. We've got a whole collection of them on our website. Day two was we introduced a brand new limited edition puzzle at creatureartteacher.com. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/puzzles, you can see all of the puzzles that we have. And if you use promo code BEARS for a limited time, you can get $5 off any puzzle order. This Friday the 13th inspired puzzle is not going to be around for too long. This was just kind of a one-off. So get it while you can. And today is day 3, where we've got Tony Cipriano's Making Monsters in ZBrush course for its lowest price ever. You can get that for only $5 at creatureartteacher.com. That is nearly 30 hours of ZBrush tutorials. And Tony is so awesome at explaining how to use ZBrush. It really is such a fun tool. Check it out, creatureartteacher.com, 13 days of Halloween. We're running a new sale every day from now through Halloween.
That sounds just fantastic. Archby asks, is voicing characters hard? Not really. I mean, there are some trickier characters.
The voice acting industry begs to differ with you, Aaron, or Dustin.
It really depends on what kind of characters the directors want.
Yeah, because I've seen voice actors come in and it's their voice.
Yeah.
And all they have to do is push it. you know, they're pushing. You've got to act, that's for sure. But about as far as achieving this particular cadence of the sound or whatever, a lot of them it's pretty effortless. But it's
Yeah,
a matter of getting the acting right.
Well,
I remember-
that's what I mean. It's the acting can be hard. It's like any other form of acting. It's not. I mean, it's not digging ditches, but it's not necessarily easy either.
And there's a really big difference between doing a voice like impersonating a voice versus actually acting out the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember doing because I've always enjoyed doing different of character impersonations, as you all have heard. I remember doing like my first kind of voice acting tryout, I guess you could say, as a scratch voice for Dad's movie Tembo back when we were at Digital Domain together. And that was a whole crazy experience because I'm reading out this script and I'm voicing it out the way that I thought it would be interpreted.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
But then they would be guiding me, saying, "Oh, you're going through this kind of situation, blah blah blah," and we want more like I think one of the descriptions of the kind of voice you want, like you want something more Cartman from South Park.
Yeah, you can use the any kind of adjective helps.
Yeah.
Okay, as a director, Aaron, actually, that's an interesting thing. I know you obviously had to work with people like Joaquin Phoenix, but you had to work with the entire cast.
Yeah,
What was your approach to getting the performance you wanted out of a voice
being
actor?
very clear about the emotional state of the character. I never ever fed them lines. You don't. That's a big no-no. So I never fed them lines. I never like performed it in the way that I wanted them to perform it. I just never ever did that. So you try to be extremely clear, and there was a few times that Joaquin was like, "Hey, I'm not feeling it. Can you just feed me this line?" No, and I would just tell him no. And I really prided myself on being very clear about why this scene was in the film, what's happening in the scene, what's going on emotionally, what's happening from a story standpoint, how it advances the story, and so they understand everything about it, and then let them take it from there. And then one of the other aspects of voice recording is just making, because once they're gone, you don't get them back again for months. So you want to make sure that you have choices. So they might give you what you're looking for, but you still want to get variety in there. And so we'd always look for variety.
What course from your website do you recommend for me to learn the whole process of 2D animation?
My introduction to animation will give you the whole process, or at least the rough animation side of things. I don't know that I necessarily have anything in there right now that talks about everything from, concept to, from concept to finish.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna get that information in a single course.
But we're talking about having that. We're doing that with Snow Bear, which is our upcoming animated short. Once it's done, we're going to take you through the entire process of concept to finishing it completely.
But I would recommend people start off with your complete animation course, which is on sale for only $10 right now. That's going to explain the process of animation. From there, I mean, there's so much more to animation. There's acting, there's character interaction, there's all kinds of stuff. Now, we've got courses on each one of those, but you're going to want to start with the fundamentals and how to break down a scene, and you can get both of those in our complete animation class. That's the one I would recommend, which is on sale.
All right, who was next? Who did I say was next? Oh, the fox, right, from Zootopia?
Yeah,
Sure.
Nick.
Yep. Yes. We've got a plethora of Nicks lately. Have you noticed that in our live streams?
Yeah.
Characters.
And going back real quick, someone is asking another voice acting question. Is the voice recorded before the animation or vice versa?
It's before the animation. So the animator records to the performance that the voice actor performed. So that's why you really want to try to get a great performance out of the actor. So basically, we make a radio play of the entire movie, and then the animators come in and add the visuals.
Martin says, no Jar Jar Binks today?
Nope, no Jar Jar Binks today.
I'm getting another impersonation question. Can I do Kermit's voice from the Muppets? What's the best voice impression you can do?
Are you getting a lot of requests for images too?
Yes, I am. Someone else is asking for a power line from the Goofy movie.
Oh, is that the band?
That's the lead singer. That wears like the yellow jumpsuit and all that.
Oh yeah.
And quite a lot of people have been asking for Sully.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, Doug the dog from Up. That's a good one.
I sneezed.
That's you.
Bless you.
Sorry guys. Wow.
Twitch comment, when did you hear about Jeffrey Katzenberg leaving Disney and what were your thoughts on it?
Right about the time he left, we heard about it. And
It was pretty sudden, right?
yeah, it was really sudden. And I can't really remember what I thought about it back then. It didn't affect me hugely. I mean, we did work with him, but we knew that we would adapt. And
You did later interview with him, right?
yeah, when he had DreamWorks.
Yeah. The Carnotaurus from Disney's Dinosaur, someone's asking for. Be interesting. Is there a course to create storyboarding or recording voices and landscapes? We definitely have courses on storyboarding.
We got several courses on storyboarding.
We do quite a bit on voice and dialogue in the animation courses. Aaron talks about that extensively in his paper animation course as well as his advanced animation course. Not so much the recording, but working with dialogue and his acting course as well. Landscapes, no. We do have a background course coming soon from Armand Serrano, who is an amazing concept artist and visual development artist, and that's in the works.
So do you work for Disney or just draw? Just wondering.
I used to work for Disney. I was with Disney for 21 years, but I left in 2010, and I've been doing this, teaching and training since then, since 2012.
And that's most likely a new viewer who doesn't know who we are. So Aaron worked on The Lion King. He worked on Beauty and the Beast. He worked on Aladdin. He worked on Mulan, Pocahontas, and he directed Brother Bear.
Someone's asking Esmeralda, please.
Oh, Esmeralda would be a good one.
And someone by the name of Gray on TikTok says, hello, just bought your course and a drawing tablet. Can't wait to learn how to draw with you.
Hey, great.
Awesome.
Remember, you can always draw with me on paper as well.
Yep.
And when did you say you started working for Disney?
I started working with Disney in 1988.
88.
You were an intern in 88, right? So
Yep.
You
Yep.
started on...
I officially started my full-time job on April 17th, 1989. I trained in 1988, worked at the studio for a summer and a little bit more. And it was amazing.
Danny on TikTok says the landscapes in The Lion King are sublime.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some great backgrounds.
Yeah.
And if you go to Kenya, it's amazing how much it just looks like The Lion King.
Yeah.
They really did
Really
their
did.
homework.
Laura asked, how did you feel the first time you saw something you did on the big screens?
Oh, I felt great. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good question. I don't get that question a lot. I it felt so amazing.
Yeah, you get like an extra level of accomplishment. You feel.
Yeah.
When will your Procreate animation course be available?
That's going to be available around November 22nd.
Yeah, the plan is to have it out when the software is out. Did Vedanta just call me?
Yeah, Vedanta? Olaf? We've had some requests for Olaf.
Yep. Just draw a puddle and say it's Olaf melted.
Yeah. It's summer.
Somebody's got to tell him.
So this is
Just that actually just reminded me of a video that I saw on I can't remember if it was on TikTok or if it was on YouTube, but there was a guy that was among with like all these other families and their kids, and it was like a sing along, and there were two hosts on the live stage, and they're having all the kids sing along to Olaf's summer song, and right when that moment comes up when he's saying I could be and sees the puddle and doesn't say anything, the person that's filming yells out puddle and everyone loses it. And the host's like, "You're a mean man."
how do you quote a 2D animation project? Is it done by the minute? Like
Well, it's done by man hours. Yeah, pretty much. And you got to figure out man hours. So you got to figure out complexity. There's a lot of things that go into it. Complexity is a big part of it. And the way you figure out complexity is character count, location changes. That's two of the big ones. The number of reuses that you can use, which also goes into location. There's a lot. So you kind of tally all that up and the amount of overtime you might need according to your schedule. Yeah, then that's the other thing. You kind of lay it against a schedule, and different schedules will give you different expenditures. Whoops.
We Rid Tenzo asks, what number are we on?
I think this is number 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58.
58.
Wilderness Mama 444 on YouTube asks, "Hey Aaron, I've been wondering about your opinion on this. When studying animal anatomy, do I need to know every detail of every bone, or do I just need to get a general idea of how it looks and works?"
You should know the masses. How do the masses work together? Yeah, so basically how it works. And know their shapes in three-dimensional form. How do they change shape when from a physiological standpoint when they're being used? Those are things that I think about. All right, there he is. All right. What was it? Nick. That's Nick. That's right, Nick. Actually, I'm going to go one more darker.
What's the average time taken to draw one character?
I don't know what the average probably 10 minutes I've been taking now, which is too long. All right, so there's Nick.
Yeah.
Yep. Olaf. We're gonna do Olaf.
Or Sully.
Oh, Sully. No, that's the wrong Sully.
Can I use your courses to adapt to a manga style of animation?
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah, the principles of animation are the same regardless of the look.
Yeah. I recommend branching out and trying something different. But, you know, but you can do it. Yeah.
Scooby on TikTok asked, "What iPads does Dreams work on, or will Dreams work on?"
Well, work on Pro for sure. Do you remember, Nick?
What was your question?
What iPad models will Dreams work on?
I don't think they've released the list officially, but
They wanted to work on as many as
possible. So when we were working on the beta, we've been using iPad Pros, but we've also used some standard iPads as well, going back a couple of years. So I can't say for sure what the official release version is going to be, but you won't have to have a brand new iPad Pro. I can tell you that.
I'm picturing somebody with like the very first ever iPad, like the first generation iPad, trying to use Dreams on that.
This is a good question from Scott on YouTube. Hey Aaron, who is an artist that you've seen their work in real life that just left you gobsmacked?
Oh, Shishkin, a Russian artist. When I went to Moscow, I've always been he was a landscape artist around the turn of the century, early 19th century, mid 19th century. And his paintings were just insane. And he painted landscapes of the forest, throughout Russia. And so when I went and saw his work, I was blown away. Who else? Sargent. What's his name? We saw in Amsterdam, not Amsterdam, but in
in Austria, the Kiss.
yeah.
Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
I know what's wrong with me.
What are you doing?
Klimt.
Yeah, Klimt.
Gustav Klimt.
Klimt was amazing. I really want to see I really want to see Joaquin Sorolla in person. I've never seen any Sorollas. And then there's Carl Rungus, who's a animal, wild sporting artist around the turn of the century. When I saw his work in person at the National Museum in Wyoming, it blew me away.
Detlef says Klimt is my favorite, along with Sorolla.
Yeah.
Twitch question: any tips for having interesting proportions when doing character design, like how to push different parts, big and small, compared to each other?
Well, you just said it.
You have a whole video on that.
Yeah, but that's what you got to do. And my biggest piece of advice on that is you push them till it's broken. You push it till it doesn't look good anymore. And you'll find that you see something that you think looks good, it's pushed already. Put another piece of paper over, or put another layer down, and push it even more, and you'll find that it just gets better and better. And you look back at the original drawing you started with, and it looks like it'll look real. It'll look like it wasn't pushed at all.
Oh, somebody said Madame Mim from Sword in the Stone. We did her earlier.
Yeah, we did Madame Mim. Where is she? Madame Mim is... There she is.
And someone earlier was asking for Max from Goofy.
We've done him.
We did Max.
Oh, can you draw Meg from Hercules?
Oh, that might be a good one because we already did Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks are still asking for Ember from Elementals.
Oh, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Disney's first character. We got to get him at some point.
Yeah, that's actually a good one.
Plus, it lets you skip the color for a drawing.
Yeah.
Because he's a black and white character. Which is kind of funny because since they've brought him back and stuff, they've chosen to keep him black and white.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
That's cool. This isn't a great Sully, but You can at least tell it's Sully. His proportions are off. Made him too.
Someone said his eyebrows kind of remind me of the Beast.
Yeah. His made his face a little too thin.
Who can you draw the new Disney princess Asha from Wish? That might be a good one to end with.
That's a good
That'll be
idea.
the latest feature. Nala. Aaron drew Nala on day one. This is part 2 of this. And Nala was Aaron's character. He designed and animated her.
Yeah.
Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. How many Instagram question? How many times does it take you to draw a character before you feel you have them pretty locked in?
It depends on the character, really. Depends on their complexity, and it'll take a few days. But some characters kind of just fall into place easier than others, I guess. But it definitely takes a little bit of time.
Gray asks, how many characters from The Lion King did you draw?
Just Nala.
Well, I'm not sure if they mean.
Well, I did a little bit of Simba and adult Simba and young Simba, but
They might mean in
I
this.
think they're talking about from this session.
Yeah,
from
you've
this.
done Sarabi, you've done Scar, you've done Nala, and you've done Simba and Mufasa.
And
So
Mufasa,
you've done
yeah.
5 characters from
I've
that.
probably done more characters from The Lion King than anyone else.
But in the movie, he designed and animated Nala. He also did some of adult Simba. Did you do any of young Simba?
Huh?
Yeah, a little bit here,
Little bit.
just little tiny pieces here and there.
And to a couple of newcomers, what is the device that you're currently drawing on?
I'm working on a Wacom Cintiq 32 Pro.
And the app you're using is Photoshop.
It is Photoshop.
And the stand itself is custom built. Built to yourself in the workshop, correct?
Yep.
When Disney movies were 2D, was it mostly done on paper or digital?
It was all done on paper.
Yep. Even all the way through Princess and the Frog, they were on paper. Now, the coloring was digital in the later films. Pretty much every movie after Little Mermaid was digital color,
Yeah.
but the animation itself was still done on paper.
Yeah, the first 15 years of my career, I did everything on paper.
Have we hit 60 yet?
All right, there's Sully.
Is he number 60 or is he 59?
Let me see. That is 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. He's 59.
All right, so number 60 now.
Number 60 coming up.
You haven't done anything from Alice in Wonderland, Fox
All right.
in the House.
Let's do Olaf. I want to do Olaf because I think
Yeah, we have quite a few folks asking for.
yeah, and I can draw him pretty quickly, I think.
You just want to get over and done with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're doing that. Baymax.
Yeah, and Baymax.
Oh, Baymax, yeah. Hello, I am Baymax.
I suspect you can do Oswald fairly quickly, too. No color.
Oh yeah, Oswald.
Oswald.
draw
Which
him
character
with
was
blue.
Oswald again?
Oswald was a character that was before Mickey.
Oh, really?
I can
Yep.
What
He
is-
is the original character from Walt Disney. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Oh.
And he was extremely popular, but then Disney and Universal got in a fight, and Disney lost the right to his own character. Jack Skellington, we've done already.
Yeah, we did Jack.
Some people have asked for Oogie Boogie.
What a great design this guy is.
Would it be possible for me to send my portfolio to you for a review? I don't speak English, but I'll do my best to understand your observations.
We don't do portfolio reviews right now because, quite frankly, we get thousands of requests for that, and I can't possibly accommodate everybody. We will be doing stuff in the future with through our Discord. We've done a little bit of portfolio reviews that way. If you're a member, if you become a member, you can, when we decide to do that, you can be part of that. But as far as taking on portfolios randomly sent, we can't do that right now.
What screen aspect ratio do you find is best to animate to? Aaron always works in 16:9 because that's a
Yeah, well, I do that, or we do with Brother Bear, and I want to do more is CinemaScope.
right. I was just thinking about the
But I like CinemaScope more than anything, the most actually, because it feels much more. It's just bigger. It feels more vast, epic.
Does this mean we're starting Snow Bear over?
Yeah.
What resolution do you animate at? So when he's drawing, he draws at 300 DPI. Animations,
I animate at 4K.
yeah. Julia says, I love it. CinemaScope. My current animation film is 2.39 to 1.
There you go.
Nice.
That's what we did. That's what we opened up to on Brother Bear.
Does
We started at 1.85, then we went to 2.35.
Does each character have a shorthand version for quick storyboard sketches?
Oh yeah, yeah. Short answer is yes.
Oh, you need to do Anna and Elsa, please.
They're not as fun as this guy.
Oh, look, I've been impaled.
Want to let people know that if you're enjoying this stream, you're going to love Aaron's character design course. He has a character design course that's over 16 hours long. It includes over 20 videos, and it's available right now for a very limited time for just $1. You can get that at creatureartteacher.com/learn. And Aaron takes you in that course through his entire approach to character design. He teaches you how to draw cute characters, how to draw animal characters, how to draw human characters, how to push your designs, how to push proportions, how to get characters that emote. He goes through costume design, working with props. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can pick that up for only $1. It's one of our most popular courses. And that sale will not last forever, so get it while you can.
Someone's asking, what's the website again?
creatureartteacher.com. And the link is in the bio if you're on TikTok and Instagram and those platforms.
You can answer those, Dustin, when someone asks that.
What is usually drawn first, the landscapes or the characters?
The landscapes or the layouts are always drawn first. The layouts, think of them, or the landscapes, think of them as the stage for the character to act on. So if that's not drawn first, we don't have a stage to act on. So you need the stage, and then we also need the stage direction. We need to know where our characters are supposed to be within the stage. So these are all created by the layout artist, and we actually have a course coming out on that very thing from Armand Serrano.
Who has a course on visual development on our website already that you can pick up, which is an amazing course where he takes you through his process. Armand is in addition to being a background as a layout, his background is in layout art, but since then he's gone on to be one of the world's most renowned concept artists. He's super in demand. He works for Marvel, Disney, all the major studios, and he takes you through his whole idea of how he researches a project, like starting from script through developing the props, the environment, the character design, establishing the look and feel of a film. It's a really cool course. He even takes you through mocking it up in VR. It's super neat for camera moves and whatnot. We did Gurgi from Black Cauldron already, Helen, on YouTube. Phil from Hercules, haven't gotten to him. That'd be a good one.
We've done Hades.
Done Hades. We've had requests for Meg and Phil quite a bit.
There we go. Now he's popping off the page.
The brush that's currently being used is the Pastel C brush.
Exactly.
Which you can get in brush set 1 at creatureartteacher.com. The link is in our bio. Or you can sign up to our newsletter and you can get that brush for free.
Oh, that's another fun and easy character from LW Doodles is Morph from Treasure Planet.
Oh, yeah. It's a poop pile.
Who animated Phil in Hercules?
That is Eric Goldberg.
He was also known for animating the genie, directing Pocahontas, and a bunch of other stuff. He was the animation director on the Once Upon a Studio.
What's your favorite Disney movie of all time?
Well, my favorite animated Disney movie is Bambi. But it's funny because when I go back and watch them all, I really find aspects of every film that I just absolutely love.
Oh, Tarzan. We've done Madame Mim. The carpet from Aladdin. We haven't done that. We did Dragon Maleficent. Got a lot of requests for that. That's funny. Don on Facebook says that pastel C brush is awesome.
It really comes in handy, I'll tell you.
Aaron uses it 99% of the time.
I really do. It's just a great drawing brush.
Mike Wazowski. Tarzan. Prince John from Robin Hood. Did you do Prince John?
I never did. I wanted to draw him. I might do him next. Because I'm doing probably the easiest character I've ever done.
Don't forget about Oswald.
Oh yeah, we got to do Oswald.
About your Pastel C brush, can that brush be used in Krita?
Yes, I believe so. I'm 90% sure on that. Any program that allows importing ABR files, you can use all of our brushes on. So they work with Photoshop, they work with Procreate, they work with Corel Painter. I'm 90% sure that Krita and Clip Studio also import ABR files. Now, they were designed for Photoshop, so your mileage, you might have to tweak them a little bit, but generally speaking, they should work. We've got many students and friends that use them and say they work just fine. Does the brush cost money? You can get it as part of our brush set number 1, which also includes many, many other brushes. It's a whole pack of brushes. Or you can get the brush for free if you sign up for the newsletter on the website. And there's a link right in the footer of our website. Or if you just go to the homepage, creatureartteacher.com, there's a link right there.
Rack 'em Up Ray says, I just finished lesson 17, Design for Animation, and this course has been amazing.
Ah, good.
Oh. Egg in French says, my family also named our German Shepherd Coda after Brother Bear.
I love it.
My sister named her dog Nala
After,
after Lion King.
Hey.
Yeah, we had a black cat named that we named Kenai.
Yeah, he ended up going to the Great Spirits.
Ooh, Dopey. That's a good one.
Oh, Dopey, yeah.
Dopey.
He's a nice classic. All right, there's Baymax.
Hello.
Are the brushes compatible with Photoshop for iPad? David, on YouTube, I believe they are because Photoshop supports Photoshop brushes. My understanding is they should all work just fine.
All right, so we're at 61 now, right? Okay. Oswald, you said?
Yeah. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. It was October 16th, 1923 that the Disney company
Wow.
started.
Where do we go? What a design.
That's UB, I think.
Yeah,
Who also
UBI
designed-
works.
Yep. Who also designed Mickey.
Yeah. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
So for people who might be joining us that don't know who Aaron is, Aaron was with Disney for 21 years. He worked on Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Mulan, Pocahontas, Brother Bear, and he directed Brother Bear. He also worked on a bunch of Rescuers Down Under, a couple of Roger Rabbit shorts. He directed Goofy shorts, all kinds of stuff. He designed characters, animated and directed. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe or follow button. And also, please consider hitting that share button. It really helps us out a lot. TikTok comment, you're my hero. I got your class for $1 and I can't thank you enough. This is a dream come true.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ooh, can you do the hippopotamus from Fantasia?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, someone here is actually asking for Mother Nature from Fantasia 2000.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Very Cuphead,
Can you
Oswald
draw-
is.
Or you could say Cuphead is very Oswald.
Yes, it is.
So when I say I love doing animals, what course should I take?
Any of my how to draw animal courses.
So we've got courses on how to draw big cats. We've got courses on how to draw bears. We've got a full course on how to draw horses. We've got a course on how to draw wolves, coyotes, and foxes. And we've got a 55-hour course on how to draw birds of prey.
I had a lot to say about that.
Yep. All of those courses are really in depth. And what's cool is Aaron takes you through multiple species of big cat, multiple species of bear, different types of horses like draft horses, and all sorts of different, anatomy lessons, proportion lessons. He even goes into animal locomotion in most of them and how to move them, how to get. And beyond just the academics of drawing, what I like about them is you talk about how to draw them like with emotion and drama and get personality. Because it's one thing to understand the academics of how to draw something. It's another thing to be able to take it and
Yep, exactly. And it's
create drama.
how to take what you know and really push it.
Aaron, was it you who put the topless woman in the window in Rescuers? And if not,
I was
if
8
not,
years
we
old
know
when
who
that
the
came out.
culprit was.
No.
Aaron was only 8 years
I was
old.
8 years old when that came out. I don't know how old you think I am.
Well, he worked on Rescuers Down Under, so that might be where the confusion is coming
Yeah.
from. And to this day, I don't think anybody knows who did it, or at least
The original Rescuers was 1977.
77. Wow.
Glenn Keane's first movie.
Was that really?
Yep. His first shot was animating Bernard sweeping the floor.
You keep avoiding the Hunchback characters. Why? It's my most watched movie.
Why do you think I'm avoiding them? I'm drawing as fast as I can.
No excuses. Draw faster.
They were laughing.
Draw, monkey, draw.
They put a laughing emoji when they said it. They were kidding, I think. He's gonna get them. We're only on 60 something. We've got 40 more characters to go, so I think we'll probably be able to hit something from every film.
Yeah. If not today, we'll come back to it.
Yeah, I don't think I've got it in me today.
No. No, I'm not going to hit. I've just done 11 out of, it basically would take 10 hours at the rate that I'm going.
Yeah. Tell you what, if you get us up to 1 million viewers on all the platforms, we'll keep going.
Yeah, there you go. Spread the
On
word.
every platform.
Hit the share. No, I'll even count it across platforms.
And we'll play some treats. I'll give you I'll play a clip of Snow Bear, our next animated short.
People are going share. Hit the share button.
If we get enough likes on TikTok
Or YouTube.
and YouTube and shares, then
Facebook.
then I'll we'll show some Snow Bear, which hasn't, we're keeping very hush hush. We're keeping it so hush hush.
Yes.
We are just not sharing that at all.
Zentron on YouTube says, only 10 hours? We can wait. Shannon says, I just came here from your Nala video. I've been wanting to draw her for years, but was too scared. Now I have
Too scared. Come on.
scared. Now
Don't tell me you're scared of drawing.
Hold on, listen. Now I have 2 sketches of her hanging in my office that I
That's
just
great.
did. So she must have
I'm
watched
listening.
She must have watched your How to Draw Nala video. Well, thank you for checking that out, Shannon.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to draw. What is it you always say? Don't be afraid to make bad drawings.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to get your paper dirty or your stylus. Especially if you're drawing digitally. There's nothing wasted there.
And they always say you got to get your 10,000 bad drawings out of the way. So Chip and Dale.
The dancers?
Yes.
Chris Farley. Do you think we will ever see 2D animation? I really miss it.
It's all over the place. You just got to know where to look. Wolfwalkers is an Academy Award nominated feature film, 2D animation.
Klaus on
was
Netflix.
Academy Award nominated. Beautiful film. It's all there.
There's even movie not movie. It's a series on Max. It's a 2D animated, and it's called Scavenger's Reign. If you want like a very trippy kind of show, something like almost like Poseidon, then that's the one to look at. It actually very much has like an Alien Covenant kind of vibe to it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'll show you the trailer for it later. And also, yeah, Maria says that anime has a lot of 2D. Yeah, anime is still going strong with 2D and animation.
But if you're talking specifically about Disney, yes, I think we'll see it in the future. I mean, they've confirmed that their upcoming film Wish has a combination of 2D and 3D.
I think they're trying to make it look 2D. Is my guess.
Well, supposedly they've got actual 2D in it.
Well, I mean, yeah. So did Moana.
Right. I don't know to what extent. How often do you have to change the nibs on your stylus, and how many days or hours does one last?
Never. I never changed. I used the plastic one, and I've had the same nib in here for 2 years.
Now, you used to use the felt nibs on your previous Cintiq.
Yeah, and they would last about a month.
And the felt nibs are great, but with this model Cintiq, there's a little more texture and tooth in the
Yeah.
screen, so you don't feel you need the.
It's still fairly slick with the black nibs that I use,
Mhm.
but I've just gotten used to it. There he is. I'm going to keep him black and white. I'm going to give him any color.
Nice.
Tarzan.
What are your thoughts on the newest movie coming up with from Hayao Miyazaki?
Oh, I
Like,
can't
talk
wait.
about-
It looks great.
Yeah, I think it's the Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube comment. On my last birthday, November 6th of last year, my boyfriend gave me a Creature Art Teacher gift card.
Ooh.
I've been using it strategically this year,
Ooh,
but in a
with,
couple of weeks, I'll be asking for my membership.
with strategery.
Well, we hope you get that membership.
Yeah.
Hope you get it strategically.
So over at our website, we've got 3 different ways you can learn. All of our courses can be purchased a la carte, or we offer 2 memberships. We've got a monthly streaming plan, which works like Netflix essentially, where you can, or Disney Plus, you can stop and start at any time. Or we've got an annual plan, which gets you everything on the website, over 700 hours of lessons, plus everything we release over the next year. They get you all the brushes, all the artist photo reference packs, and both of our memberships get you access to our Discord server and our twice weekly exclusive members only live streams, where Aaron takes you through his production of his upcoming animated short film Snow Bear, which it's basically like animation school twice a week in
Yeah.
real time. So, and they're really nice little intimate groups.
They really are.
So, you know, they're much smaller viewer count. So, you know, people are able to ask questions, and it's a nice little family we've got going over there. She says, well, I'll be asking for that premium annual. Good for you. Oh, Helen, we did Gurgi already.
Someone's asking about the
We've done Jiminy Cricket.
Someone's asking about the double webcams on your on the top of your Cintiq. It says a double webcam for 3D scan.
No, I just we needed another one for our streams.
Yeah, so the one goes to another computer, and the other one is for when he's like having video conferences and whatnot.
And whatnot.
All that jazz.
And all that jazz.
Ooh, Frozone from The Incredibles.
Mm.
Oh, Frozone would be fun.
Where is my super suit? Dan says, I'm an annual member, but so far I haven't utilized it enough. Get in there, Dan. Remember, you get everything on the course that's currently on the site, currently available, plus everything we release over the next year.
There's a way to fix that, Dan. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Dustin?
Do it.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the Palpatine voice.
Do it. There you go.
Just teeing you up.
Do it.
Do you think a 16-inch pen display is too small for drawing?
No, it's not too small for drawing. I use that. That's what I use when I go on the road.
And it works great.
It does. Yeah.
I mean, get whatever your budget can afford. Obviously, the larger surface area, the more freedom you have. But if 16 inches is in your budget, they're great. Aaron uses the Wacom One is 16 inches, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I love now the newer tablets are getting to the point. It was one of the beautiful things about USB-C and all that you just need one cable. It used to be like you had 5 cables coming from the computer and power and all that. Now it's just one cord. Erica's drawing along with you. She says, I'm going slow. I've only done 5 characters in 50 minutes.
Well, Erica, I win. No, don't worry about the speed.
Julian says Klaus should have won Best Picture. Yeah.
It should have. I agree. 1,000%.
And it lost a soul, right?
Yeah, it did. Which wasn't a terrible movie.
Oh, Soul was
I
great,
shouldn't
but
say
Klaus was just a classic.
Stunning. Yeah.
Absolute.
Have you ever gotten to meet Don Bluth? Twitch question.
No, never met Don Bluth.
Which is kind of surprising with all the years you've been in the animation
Yeah, I
industry
know.
and how many
We've
events
just never
you've been
crossed
at.
paths.
So I was asking very politely, do Yzma next?
Yzma's gotten a lot of requests.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well then let's do that.
Oh, the little crunk.
She's my favorite villain, I think.
It's like her sidekick, Kronk.
Instagram question: can I make a decent living as an animator or story artist?
You can make a very good living. Yep. Don't chase the dollar, though. Do it because you want to do it, because you love it. And if you love it, it'll happen. And then money will be there.
Oh, thank you. San Diego James on TikToks is saying, the narrator, your voice is really great.
I think they meant me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Just kidding. Who animated Miss Kitty Mouse and the twin sisters from The Great Mouse Detective? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Have to do
That
some
I
research
don't know.
on that. Can you do Baloo from The Jungle Book? We did him before.
Yeah, we already did Blue.
Obey Trema on Instagram says, I love Mulan.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Aaron animated and designed and animated Yao and all the ancestor ghosts in Mulan.
Yeah.
And I think we've had both in this. You've done Yao and Mushu. So Mulan's
Yeah, we haven't
been
drawn
represented.
Mulan yet.
Someone's asking, how's your carpal tunnels?
Oh, I don't have it. I draw very from the shoulder.
Instagram comment: I just got the design course. Thanks for the deal.
Hey, you're welcome.
It's a pretty good deal.
Whatever platform you're on, hit the share button, hit the like button, help us spread the word. Does Disney have young animators also? Do we become older for becoming a successful animator or artist? I don't quite get the second part of that, but there's.
When I started at Disney in Florida, I was the youngest artist there. I was just turned 21 2 weeks before, I guess.
Disney has tons of young animators to this day. I mean, they
Yes.
hire people right out of college. So
If you consider 21 to 23 young, which I do. You don't go in as a senior position. Some people get a little impatient. I've seen some younger artists come in and get upset when they haven't become a director in 2 years.
Oh, Alberto from Luca. That's the first Luca request I've seen. It's kind of cool.
Which Florida university is good to go to for animation? Is FSU good?
For animation, I would say online is better than going to FSU, to be honest with you.
Yeah, FSU isn't really known as an animation school.
The best animation school in Florida is Ringling, but it's incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
And I can't justify the amount that they charge. Ringling is actually probably the #2 animation school in the world. So when you have a drawing that's looking weird, that's not too bad.
Where do you see the animation industry heading in the next decade with AI?
I don't know about AI. I'm not going to speculate on AI, but I do know that making 2D animation is going to be on the uptick, I think. Obviously people are going to AI is going to affect every aspect of everything we do. So it's not just, so it's hard to say what's going to happen. All right, go ahead, Dustin. Sorry.
All right. Has Disney ever refused any of your designs?
Oh yeah. Well, it's not refused, but your designs get refined, and they give notes, and then you address the notes, and then you move on, and that's the whole process.
I just picture you walking up to the higher ups with your drawing, and they just go, "This drawing sucks. Do it again."
No.
How do I start beginning to become an animator or storyboard artist?
Well, you can start by looking at our courses. Our courses are extremely affordable. And if you go to creatureartteacher.com, we've got 3 different storyboard courses. We have courses on how to pitch. And then I've got several courses on animation.
Got courses on story development even.
Yeah, exactly. Story development, character development.
I'm 33. Could I still be an animator?
Nope, you're too old. Move on.
Well,
Of course you can. You can always be. 33 is nothing. I was 33 20 years ago.
look at me now.
You talked about younger people. How likely is it that an older person can get into animation or related fields?
I've seen, we had one person in particular, Juan Morales. I remember Juan very well. We all worked together at the studio in Florida. I don't think he got in until he was in his 50s, 55. And he had spent a long time in a prison in Cuba. He's a political prisoner of Castro. Was able to get out and came to the United States and was an amazing artist. He was an architect in Cuba as well. And put together a portfolio, got into the internship actually. So here's this 55-year-old guy interning with all these other kids, but he got in, he made it, and he had a great career with us. Juan was a great guy.
Back on the schools question, would you say Gobelin is a top school? I see their student videos on YouTube a lot.
I think Gobelin is the top in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're definitely up there for sure.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think schools that are churning out great animators is #1 is Gobelin, Number 2 is probably Ringling or SCAD. Probably Ringling. SCAD's right up there too, though.
And then
And Cal Arts is, Cal Arts is always there, but they're not doing as much CG training.
the one in Viborg is really good too. The
Yeah.
what is that? The animation. What's the school in Viborg? Why am I drawing a blank?
I can't remember.
We've been there multiple times.
I know. I can't
Our
remember.
brain is like, it's hard to talk and type and think all at the same time.
Exactly.
Are you coloring underneath the line art layer?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Precisely.
Animation workshop. That's what it is.
Oh, when you kept saying Viborg, I was thinking, I don't know what I would have known that. I think my brain was on the drawing.
Have you met Walt Disney?
Oh my God.
So Walt
Walt died in 1965, 66.
he died before Aaron was born.
I was born in 1968. So no, I did not meet Walt Disney. Although I got to know his nephew, Roy, very well. And we all worked together. He was a big fan of Brother Bear.
Is it hard to get into animation working for big companies? This Instagram question.
Yes, it's a very selective.
It's very competitive.
It's very competitive. So I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, it's hard to get into. And often I tell people, that's a great goal to go for. But also there's a lot of other great studios that aren't Disney or aren't DreamWorks or aren't Pixar that are really great studios to think about. Aim for the stars and maybe you'll get the moon. Who knows?
How many years did it take you to get to direct Brother Bear?
I was at Disney for 9 years before I started directing.
And Lexomax on Instagram says, I bought the character design course for those wanting to know. It is great and very informative.
Hey, there you go. Thank you.
So for people who don't know or might just be joining us, we have Aaron Blaise's character design course on sale on our website at creatureartteacher.com. Dustin, we've got a slide for that. creatureartteacher.com/learn. Aaron's character design course is just $1 for a limited time. This is a 16-hour course. It includes over 20 videos. This course usually sells for $50. So right now you can get it for only $1 for a limited time if you go to creatureartteacher.com/learn, and it's yours to keep. So that $1, it's not a subscription. It's not limited time access. It is $1 period. So you get to keep it. You get to stream it whenever you want. For $5 more, you can add lifetime downloads and download it whenever you want. So, but again, you'll never lose access to it. creatureartteacher.com/learn. Aaron takes you through animal character design, human character design, costumes, props, proportions, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. Oh, I think I see Hunchback coming maybe.
Yes. Trying to find a good expression.
How long do you have before the limited time expires? We haven't set that yet, but I would say get it sooner rather than later. Tony says, I also highly recommend the character design course, but also the human anatomy course. Very helpful for understanding the human form and functionality. Thanks, Tony. That was on Instagram, by the way. Those courses were actually originally conceived as one course. Originally, Aaron was going to do human anatomy, and character design. So he kind of references the two courses together, but then he found he had so much to say on each topic. We split it out.
Yeah. Which is why we bundled it.
Yep, you can get it as a bundle.
How much longer is the price staying at $1?
I just said that
Oh.
we don't have a time limit yet on that, but I would get on it sooner rather than later.
Better
So
go.
once again, I want to mention to you guys, the more you share, the more likes we get, we're gonna we'll share what we're doing with Snow Bear and all kinds of stuff. So make sure you hit those likes and hit the share button.
We're up to 84,000 likes on TikTok. We've got 600 people watching. Hit those hearts.
Make the space a little bigger.
For people watching on various platforms, you can follow Aaron on TikTok at Aaron Blaise Art. He's on YouTube at Aaron Blaise Art, Twitch Aaron Blaise Art, and also Facebook and Twitter Aaron Blaise Art.
Great James Baxter animated Quasimodo.
James Baxter. Do you ever flip the screen when drawing?
I do. I flip the image. Yeah.
Izzy says you're a great teacher. Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you for saying so. I love teaching. Really, really love it.
It seems somebody missed about the about the there's no date set yet for the $1 deal.
But it's ending soon, so
It is ending soon, just don't know how soon. So better
it's
get
a
it while you
limited
can.
time deal.
Very limited. It could be next week, could be the end of the month, could be tomorrow.
While you're over there checking out that $1 course, check out our other courses as well. We've got hundreds of hours on animal drawing, character design, and it's not just Aaron. We've got other teachers as well. We've got Emmy Award winners, industry professionals, directors, animators, producers, experienced teachers. We've got courses on oil painting, watercolor. We've got courses on charcoal. So it's traditional media, digital media, all sorts of stuff. CreatureArtTeacher.com.
When does Procreate Dreams plan to come out, and how much is it going to be?
November 22nd, $20.
It's $19.99 in the US.
And it's like pro grade features in that app.
It's awesome, is what it is. Yeah.
Is there any easy way of seeing which courses we've already purchased?
Yes, if you sign into your account at Creature Art Teacher, there's a right on the left-hand side, there's a link that says My Downloads. You can see everything there, and there's also a link that says My Courses, and that'll show you all the streaming links.
There we go. Azilano.
Kayla asks, "Are your kids artistic? If you have them?"
Well, the one that just asked that question is my son.
Hi.
And then your daughter Austin's artistic as well. She does
Yeah,
she does stained glass. She does all kinds of stuff.
yeah. So
And their mother was very artistic as well.
yes, their mother was very artistic.
You used to own an art
Actually,
gallery.
we met in art school.
Yep.
And growing up,
runs
I
in the
did
family.
used to draw and sketch a lot, but the past couple of years, I've gotten a lot more into wildlife photography, and I started to pursue that as a profession. And speaking of, a lot of the wildlife reference packs that are on creatureartteacher.com are from my personal collections from our various trips into Yellowstone and Africa.
We got a
and
brand
right here
new
in
one out
Florida.
right now on hummingbirds.
Exactly. Got one on hummingbirds. It's only $5. It just came out earlier this week, and really happy with it. It's 36 very high grade photos, and for the first time, it actually has locomotion video reference. So if you want to learn how a hummingbird flies mechanically, then go see that.
I see the mechanics of a hummingbird.
Mechanics of a flying hummingbird.
Yes.
People are saying, "Wow, your Quasimodo looks really good."
Oh, thanks. He was a little difficult. Oh.
Yes, the one that's talking is me, and I am indeed the sun. And we still have folks asking for Ember.
Oh yeah, Ember. I gotta get
Wait,
to Ember.
Procreate Dreams is only $20. That's it.
Yes,
That's it.
it's
That's it.
insane. Trust me.
It is a one-time purchase, not a subscription.
Yeah, it's really amazing what they're doing.
I believe they meant to say Scar's voice, but they said, "Who does Jeremy Irons' voice?"
I think Jeremy.
Jeremy Irons is the voice of Scar.
It's funny. The more characters I draw, I'm finding that a lot of Disney characters have green eyes.
And Procreate Dreams is not out yet. It's coming out next month. And the software that I'm mentioning about is Procreate Dreams. So the software that Dad here is currently working on is Photoshop.
Yes.
Adobe. On a 32-inch Wacom Cintiq Pro. What is your favorite medium?
What is your favorite color? Red? No, blue. Oh. I love watercolor and charcoal.
Mm.
Which, by the way, I teach at creatureartteacher.com. I teach traditional media as well. I've got a whole course on charcoal drawing, watercolor painting, oil painting, all at creatureartteacher.com.
Also, some of the art fundamentals like perspective. You know,
Yes.
we've got tons of stuff over there.
Is a portfolio better than a degree in the industry?
Well, you come out with they're different ideas. So a portfolio is what you use to go around and your portfolio will speak more than your degree if that's what you're asking. Yes. You do not in the art world, you don't really need a degree.
Can you show me how to animation through Procreate?
We will when it comes out. we'll be having a course on Procreate Dreams. And I already have a course on my website at creatureartteacher.com where I take you through Procreate and the animation part of the app.
Yes. Now, just so people understand, Procreate, the drawing app, does have some limited animation ability in it. It's great for doing little things like cycles. Procreate Dreams, on the other hand, is much more robust. It's designed for full-blown animation. You could animate a feature in it if you wanted to. It imports editing. It allows for the importing of music, sound. You could edit with it. You can switch scenes. It's just much more robust. But yes, as Aaron said, in our Procreate course, we do include a chapter on their animation tools for the drawing app as well.
That was weird. The screen on my TikTok viewer just went blank for a minute there.
Oh.
But I just checked it. It's running fine. Ember from Elemental?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Brother Bear is an underrated Disney classic. The story is phenomenal, and so is the soundtrack that features the Bulgarian women's choir from my home country.
Oh,
Oh.
well, thank you.
Assuming that's Bulgaria.
Yeah. Well, we had a great time recording that with the Bulgarian Women's Choir. It was actually written in English by Phil Collins. Then we translated it into Inuit up the Alaska college in Alaska. Oh my gosh, Anchorage. And then we wrote it out phonetically and brought it to the Bulgarian Women's Choir, who sang it and gave it that very ethereal sound.
Hey, Aaron, sorry to
Transformation
bother you, but what brush do you use in Procreate? I can't quite find one I like.
Well, I use some of my own, but I use
A lot of times you use the Pastel C brush because
I do.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your talking there, and you can finish that thought. I didn't mean to step on it.
But I use a lot of wet media brushes in Procreate too. Their brushes have a little bit of a different properties than say Photoshop brushes. And so I kind of jump around a little bit more with their brushes, but I really love their wet media brushes. And then I use my own.
Yeah, all of our brushes work in Procreate as well because you can import ABR files. What should I include in a portfolio?
Well, it depends on the portfolio that you're putting together. There's portfolios for character design. There's portfolios for environmental design. There's prop design. There's reels for animation. So there's lots of different types of portfolios. So decide what it is that you want your portfolio to be about, and then you include that type of work in your portfolio. So character design, you want, variations of design, variations of different styles of male and female, showing poses that show character, costume design, all of that will fall under character design. For one example.
Leandro on YouTube asks, "Hey Aaron, what's the best piece of knowledge Glenn Keane gave you during your training years?"
Loosen up, being loose, not going in and being too tight, and when you're loose in your animation approach, you tend to have more spirit, and it tends to give more life to the animation, and so that's the stage where I really kind of loosen up and get as much life into that animation as I can. And being loose speeds up the process. And by speeding it up, you can try a lot more variations than if you went in there just really tight right from the beginning. And if you go in there tight right from the beginning, a lot of times it's not going to work. And so you've wasted that time. But if you're loose, you try it out quick, then you can see it very quickly and see if it's going to work or not.
Someone says, I wish Adobe would become a one-time purchase. Adobe started as a one-time purchase, but what people don't realize is it was very expensive.
Adobe was like $1,100.
Yeah, just for Photoshop.
Just for Photoshop.
The Creative Suite at one time was $5,000. I think when it finally, the last version of the Creative Suite, when it was Adobe CC Creative Suite, I want to say it was like $3,000.
Yeah.
So, and
and I remember when it was like that, so I laugh when people complain about it now.
Yeah. So the so the subscription for the Adobe Creative Suite is like $55 a month, I think. Which, don't get me wrong, I understand based on your budget that might be out of people's reach. But if you do art professionally, so Aaron works in Photoshop, we edit in Adobe Premiere.
We use After Effects.
We use After Effects. We use Illustrator. I use InDesign for the books. We use all kinds of stuff. So we use
It's very much worth it. For
every
our
single
budget.
program. And now, as a result of that subscription, they release updates more frequently. It used to be you spent $3,000 and the next version didn't come out for 4 years. So
Yeah.
So everything's relative. But I also understand, subscription fatigue. That's why on our website we have subscriptions, but we also offer a la carte. So, we've always wanted to give people the options that work best for them. Is a leopard bigger or a cheetah?
Leopards are bigger than cheetahs by mass.
What was your inspiration behind Brother Bear?
Just the idea. I really wanted to have my inspiration was Native American myths and legends, because I've been always a big fan of that type of storytelling since I was a little kid. And then some of the first books I read were Native American stories when I was a kid in elementary school. That's all I would read when I'd bring home books. And then so the idea of trying to create my own or our own version of something like that was our goal. And so we researched it. We researched the stories for over a year, trying to get the right flavor. And that's how we ended up doing what we did with Brother Bear. It's, learning a lesson through, living walking in the footsteps of another.
We crossed 100,000 likes on TikTok.
Hey, there you go. Let's we'll do show a little bit of Snow Bear.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let me do something real quick. We just finished this image.
Want to let people know that we've got a bunch of deals going on over at Creature Our Teacher. We're running our 13 days of Halloween sale. From now until Halloween, every day we are running a new sale. Today is day 3 of the 13 days of Halloween. And Tony Cipriano's Making Monsters in ZBrush course is down to just $5. That's its lowest price ever for a limited time. It's only going to be a few days on that. So get in there while you can. That's scheduled to end on Monday. If you go to creatureartteacher.com, it's a nearly 30-hour course where Tony takes you through sculpting in ZBrush, which if you have any inclination to do 3D digital sculptor, that's the industry standard. That's the program that people use for toys, all kinds of stuff, ornaments, everything, I don't know, anything that needs to be 3D printed. And speaking of 3D printing, he even shows you how to prep your files for a 3D printer, which is really cool. That was today's day 3. Yesterday we released a new puzzle. Day 2 was our limited edition Happy Friday the 13th puzzle. Last Friday was our live stream. We did a Snow Bear Friday the 13th puzzle and people or image and people asked for it. So we created a limited edition puzzle that'll only be available this month. So get that at creatureartteacher.com/puzzles. If you use promo code BEARS, you can take $5 off any puzzle order. And the first day of our 13 Days of Halloween sale was Dustin's own Hummingbird Photo Pack, photo and video reference pack. It includes high resolution photos intended for artist reference, as well as some stunning slow motion hummingbird video clips. So check those out, creatureartteacher.com. And while you're there, pick up Aaron's $1 character design course. creatureartteacher.com.
Yeah.
And this is Ember. Aaron is drawing 100 Disney characters in celebration of Disney's 100th birthday. October 16th, which was Monday of this week, was the 100th anniversary of the start of the Walt Disney Company. Hard to believe they're still around.
Yep.
That little known company. Plucky upstart.
That plucky little upstart.
What's the character count so far?
It would be
Oswald was 60, I think, right?
What
Sully
would it
was
be?
59. So.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 65.
Nice, 65.
Nice.
There she is. All right, so there's Ember, right?
Mm-hmm. Yzma?
We're going to show a little bit of Snow Bear.
Oh, that's right. Aaron's going to give his wrist a break for a minute.
Yeah, we're going to take a little break, and we hit 100,000 likes, so we want to show you guys our upcoming animated short that I'm working on, Snow Bear. When I'm not drawing thousands of Disney characters,
Hundreds.
thousands and millions of Disney characters.
No, only one character you've done so far.
We are working on Snow Bear. So this is our upcoming animated short. We've been working on it in earnest for about 2 years now with the storyboarding. And this is what we got done so far. I'm not going to show you everything, but I'm going to show you the first couple of minutes. It's a 10-minute short. The music is temporary. Matter of fact, I'm not going to be able to play the music. Let me mute that. But I can talk through it as we go.
So, and if you become a member of our website, you get to tune in twice a week as Aaron creates this live.
Yes. So, become a member. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can join me in my studio as I animate twice a week.
While this is playing, will you ever attend Lightbox Expo?
Yes, so we'll be at Lightbox next week. We're actually going out. We'll be out there for the full week. Matter of fact, on Thursday morning, I'll be doing a drawing session at the LA Zoo starting at 10 a.m. Whoops. Starting at 10 a.m. And I must have hit the one track that I missed the one track that I turned off about 6 tracks. We'll be at the LA Zoo starting at 10 a.m. Thursday morning until noon, doing a drawing session. So if you're in the area, come on out and join us.
And we've been at every Lightbox.
Yes, we've been at every Lightbox. And so this is a story, obviously, of a lonely polar bear walking the Arctic looking for a friend. And he just can't seem to find one. I'll just let it play for a little bit. Like we said, right now we can't play the music because it's all copywritten music. This is all temporary music that I use until the original score is written. The process is that, we put this together. I put together a temporary score of existing music that plays in the tone that I want it to be, and then a composer will come along and rewrite our compositions into an original score, but with the same moods that I'm looking for.
And we've been working on this full time for a little over a year now. Aaron's been working on it.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm doing all of the animation, all of the backgrounds, the layouts, the storyboarding. So it's going, as fast as one person can do it. And then we have Claudia Bourbon and Nick is going to come on board, and my wife Vedanta will come on board, and they'll help color as well.
People are saying this looks incredible.
Well, thank you.
So if people want to rewatch any of our streams, you can rewatch them on our YouTube channel. There's people asking, how will I see this when it's over? And Aaron Blaise art.
What gave you the idea for the short film?
I wanted to come up with something that was kind of heartfelt, and it had to be a low character count in an environment that I could basically create anything I wanted. So I came up with this idea of a lonely polar bear in the Arctic, and then Nick and I sat down and developed it further, and this is what we have.
Where will this be released when it's finished? That's to be determined. We're still working some of those details out. But it'll eventually be on our YouTube channel, I can tell you that.
So if you want to see more of this, then come on over and join creatureartteacher.com and become a member. And you can join me every Tuesday and Thursday and the rest of the gang as I make this.
And at the very least, follow us and share, because we share a lot of the process on social media as well.
So there's our little clip. And that's the first couple of minutes of Snow Bear. Actually, almost the first 4 minutes of a 10-minute short.
Yep.
So there you go.
CreatureArtTeacher.com. That's Aaron's website. It's where we have hundreds of hours of art education, animation training, traditional media, digital courses.
All right, so we've been at it for 3 hours and 9 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How about we do one more?
One more. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, because I'm getting a little... Oh, Yzma. Let's do Yzma. How do I spell Yzma?
So quick on the trigger, my bad. Yzma.
No, that's one of the top requests I've been seeing.
Yeah.
As well. So
I love her. She's going to be hard to draw, too.
This better be good.
And so for people who might have joined us that don't know, Aaron was with Disney for 21 years as an animator, character designer, and director. He directed Brother Bear.
Oh, my gosh. She's got a lot of line mileage.
Jesse on YouTube asks, if we can't afford art school, how do you suggest people get connections in the animation industry to help get their foot in the door?
Well, a lot of it is social media nowadays.
A lot of it's social media.
Yeah.
Most major cities and towns have some sort of art guild or membership guild type thing that you can join. There's professional organizations like, there's the Animators Guild and Writers Guilds and stuff like that. Those are harder to get into, but there's different levels of those and regional ones. Also, just going to things like Lightbox in Pasadena and CTN in Burbank. Those are both California things, but in Europe, we've gone a couple of times to playgrounds. They have events in London. They have events in Amsterdam and Denmark, all over the world. Go to art related events, meet other artists. A lot of times the studios send recruiters there looking, they almost always do portfolio reviews. Aaron reviews portfolios every time we
Yeah,
participate in those events.
every time I
And
do
that's
portfolio reviews.
and that's a great way to get your foot in the door.
And I'll tell you, I've seen portfolios that are very remarkable than I remember.
The biggest thing I can recommend is if you want to network, treat networking like a job. Focus on it like anything. Put some effort in and attention into it.
Yep, that's the thing to do, because you have to put yourself out there. If you want to be introverted and just work in your room, you're not going to get out there. So you've got to break through any kind of introverted tendencies you might have, and you have to interview. You've got to be able to talk to people. If you want to be an independent artist, then that's fine. That's a different thing. But if you want to work in the animation industry, it's very much a team event, team job, and it requires a lot of interaction between team members, and you've got to break out of that shell.
And another thing, don't always go after the big fish. You don't just there's much more in the world than just Disney and Pixar. Those are amazing studios, Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks. They're great, but they're not the be all end all of having a career in animation. Like, there's wonderful smaller studios out there like Cartoon Saloon in Ireland, and there's studios in Europe, and there's studios in Asia. LinkedIn is a great resource. Go on there and find, at the end of every animated film or Marvel production, or look in the video games, there's all these little smaller studios that contribute to these large projects. Start doing research into those smaller studios. The people that, sometimes it's a lot easier to get your foot in the door at a small special effects company than it is to just go straight to the top. So, what you need is connections, and to get connections, you got to be approaching everybody, not just the most competitive companies in the world.
My gosh, whose idea was it to animate this woman? Holy line mileage.
Such a great voice, though, Eartha Kitt.
Oh yeah.
She's one of the best characters ever, I think, and so much fun. So well thought out and written and performed and animated. And
To work in this is a TikTok question. To work in animation, do I need to know both 2D and 3D?
no, not at all. You don't need to know both, but you need to know one of them. You need to know one of them.
Again, I want to let people know that are going to be partaking in Lightbox out in which is next week. It's coming up on us quick. That Aaron is going to be doing a zoo drawing session at the LA Zoo. We're going to be there on Thursday at 10 a.m. Lightbox starts on Friday. The day before, we're going to be at the LA Zoo at 10 a.m. We're going to draw for about 2 hours. So come on out and join us. It's not an official sort of workshop or anything. This is just bring your drawing pad, buy a ticket to the zoo, and we'll be out front for a little bit. But then we're going to go on in and start drawing. And whoever can come join us, come on out and say hi.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Holy eyelashes. I don't know how cleanup handled this character. Oh my gosh.
What do you think about all the animation series on YouTube? I love that people create amusing stories and share them with everyone.
Oh, there you go. I like them too, which is why we're trying to get our YouTube channel to go more in that direction.
Is character design and animators in the same type of genre, or do they work separately?
We back in the old days in the 2D world, the animators that animated the characters also designed the characters. So we were very much in the same genre. You know, like I animated Rajah, Nala, Yao, or all those different films, but I designed them as well.
For the zoo, will you be recording that? No, this is a live in person thing. This isn't going to be. That was just an invite to people that are going to be out there for Lightbox. I realize that's not everybody, but we just wanted to let people know.
Can you look up who animated Yzma?
Sure.
I'm curious. I can't remember for the life of me. Was it Mike Surrey?
Looking great.
Same.
Kronk was Tony Bancroft.
Animated by Andreas Deja.
Oh, it was Andreas.
Andreas,
Well, there
yeah.
we go. The eyes give it away. I should have known.
Is that his style?
Yes, because yeah, exactly. He did Scar, which is very similar eyes. He did Jafar. You can really see Jafar in this. What a design. Holy cow.
Yeah, this is heck of a character to call our finale on.
Yeah. Well, at CTN, we're hoping to get together with Andreas. We're not sure it's going to happen, but we're hoping to get together with Andreas up on stage.
How do you best get started in this field? Like, how do you get paid for it?
You can freelance or you can work for a studio, and you can work in commercial, you can work in feature. There's a lot of different ways of getting paid. I've done both. I've done commercial work and feature work. I just finished doing a commercial piece for Procreate to test out and advertise their Dreams software, animation software.
Can you show all of today's designs after Yzma?
Sure.
Can you show all of today's designs after Yzma? Just kidding.
So funny.
Do you ever get tired of drawing certain characters?
Not really.
According to IMDb, the supervising animator on Yzma was Dale Bear.
Dale Bear.
I don't think that was Dale Bear. I thought it was. This is definitely an Andreas design. I'm pretty sure. It could have been Dale Bear.
Maybe Andreas got moved to a different project midway through.
Well, the only reason I'm confused by Andreas, and that's why I thought it definitely was, because I'm looking at the eyes and everything. Maybe it started out. But I'm trying to remember when Andreas came over and did Lilo, because Andreas was the supervisor of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch as well.
I'm losing picture on my TikTok, but
Yeah, it's still up.
Or Dale Bear passed away last year or the year before. I can't remember. He's a great guy.
How old were you when you started with animation?
I was 20.
20?
Yep.
Oh, it literally says Dale picked up the supervising animator duties from Andreas Deha. Sorry, I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. Uh, because the production of Kingdom of the Sun was so tumultuous, and of course it became Emperor's New Groove. So it started with Andreas.
It took over. Gotcha. Well, now it makes sense.
And someone's asking, can you draw Belle, please? I think we can save Belle for
Yeah, we're gonna save Belle for another. We're definitely taking a little breather.
So following up on the character design versus animator question before, so you took care of both character designer and being an animator at Disney?
Yes, many of us did. That was our job.
Yeah. Two in one.
Yeah, we had to be character designer and animator. Now, we did have character designers at the same time who would do first passes on the characters, and then we would take them over and finalize them. Or we had it would work the opposite way. Sometimes, like on Mulan, we would do first passes and get it to almost finish. And then we had Chen Yi Chang, who is our official character designer on Mulan, who would come through and kind of put it all on the proper look, because the character design was all based literally on his personal style. If you remember the Batman animated series, which had a very graphic kind of really kind of cool look, that's Chen Yi Chang, and he designed Mulan, so you'll see similarities in there. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Drawing with George on Instagram asks, wondering, do you ever get tired of drawing since it's your job? I love my hobby, and I'm worried I won't make it. If I make it, I won't enjoy it if I make it a major part of my income. Is that?
No, I love it so much. The fact that I can make it my job is wonderful because I get to do it as much as I want. I've been drawing for 50 years and I'll never get tired of it. A hell of her yellow teeth.
My daughter is 10 and showing real interest in animation and character design. Any advice for her age? Don't do it.
No, just keep having fun. At 10 years old, there's nothing. Just just let her draw and let her have fun.
You hear me in the background? Don't do it.
Yeah.
Are you producing Snow Bear as your own branded animation studio, or are you working for a studio?
No, it's our own branded original piece.
It is an independent production.
It is an independent production from creatureartteacher.com.
Have you seen Andreas Deha's latest Muska?
I have not seen it. We're hoping to see it when we go out to CTN.
Yep, where it's being screened there, so we're hoping to see it.
Do you draw all of these from memory?
No, I cannot draw them from memory. I've pulled up a reference on every single character other than my own.
Who animated the Chernobog in Fantasia?
Bill Teitla.
Yep.
Of which Nick has a drawing.
Yeah, I need to bring that in for some show and tell one day.
How was your job named?
What was my job name? I was an animator, supervising animator, and director.
So one thing that people might not understand, because I didn't even necessarily know this, and I went to school for animation. It's a little less done this way per se with 3D animation because you don't have to worry about the drawing.
Right.
But animators on 2D films are cast like actors are cast on uh, cast in a role. So Aaron, being the supervising animator of Yao, that was his character. He would design the character and be responsible for the main animation of the character.
That's
Now
right.
he had a team of animators underneath of him. So that all worked on that character. So he's the supervising animator and he talks to the other animators and makes sure that that gets done. So on the role of the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, Glenn Keane was the supervising animator and Aaron was one of the
Right.
animators underneath him on the Beast character. There was six animators that animated the Beast, and Glenn was the supervising animator. So basically, it was Glenn's job to make sure that the other five artists were keeping the Beast consistent. And you'd meet with him, and he'd give you feedback, and right, and that was
That's exactly right.
for
And
all
he
of
would
the
go
2D
over. He'd
films.
go over our drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now with 3D animation, because the character is a model, it's a lot more common for animators to bounce around from character to character because you don't have to worry about the drawing. But there's still supervising animators that are responsible for those characters and make sure that the acting and the performance and everything
Right.
stays in.
All right. So here we are.
A couple
got-
of folks have been have been saying out the line, "Pull the lever, crunk."
So we've got Yzma, who was
Yzma.
that was definitely one to go out on. There's Yzma.
Yzma.
There's what's her name?
Ember.
Ember. And Quasimodo. Quasimodo. Tarzan.
You are getting so much more detailed as you go. Now you're doing shadows and highlights.
And
Oswald.
Oswald.
But-
I keep wanting to say Mortimer.
By the last
Beta.
character, it's gonna be a like oil painting
Baymax.
with shading.
Yeah, Baymax. And
Olaf.
Olaf, thank you.
Sully.
Sully.
Nick.
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 Birch.
Captain Hook.
Captain
Cap.
Hook.
King.
Roger.
Rabbit.
Roger. Wade.
Wade.
Gertie.
Gurgi. And
Long John Silver.
Long John Silver. Genie. Jiminy.
Jiminy.
Cricket.
First of the day.
Where are we at here? Oh, I gotta scroll way down.
Very
And
first.
the first
of the day
one
was
is Kenai.
there's Kime.
And it was 20 years ago today that
Yep.
the premiere of Brother Bear happened, and Aaron was the director of that.
Exactly. And then before the session before that, we've got Tiana. We've got Cusco and Maui
Wow.
and
Hades.
Hades. Aurora. Pongo. Shere Khan. Madam Mim. And Jack Skellington.
The Pumpkin King.
And we got Tigger. We've got Chernabog. And then we got Flamber Timeless Flim.
Olivia Flabber.
Olivia
Flabbergast.
Flabbergastion.
Flabbersham.
And then we got Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil.
And then Sarabi. Ariel. Tinkerbell. Aladdin.
Jasmine.
Thank you. Pocahontas.
Coda.
Bad Coda. And
Mushu.
then Mushu. Bambi.
Wally.
Wally.
Wally. Eva.
Baloo.
Baloo.
Dumbo. Boy, look how loose they're getting.
Bolt.
Bolt.
Yeah, these are like the early renders.
Remy.
Remy
Yeah,
from
I gotta
Ratatouille.
get back to doing them like this. That's how we were able to do 40.
That's what I was saying.
Max.
Local color, Aaron. That's all you need.
Yeah, right.
Maleficent.
Maleficent. Yao.
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 Jafar.
Jafar. Scar.
Scar.
Rajah.
Rajah.
Nemo. Tramp.
Tramp.
Robin Hood. Robin Hood. Lightning McQueen.
Ka-chow.
Lady. The Beast. Goofy.
Bush.
Donald.
I wish I could do Donald voice.
Yeah. Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Snow White. That's the worst drawing in the lot.
Stitch.
Little
I didn't think
Stitch.
Snow White was that bad, honestly.
Pluto.
Hey there, Pluto.
Simba.
Simba.
Nala.
Nala.
Mufasa. And last but not least, our lovely Mickey.
Hey there, pal.
That was good.
That was
Oh,
good.
boy.
So we
So-
are up to what, 65, 66?
We started, it was 49, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's 65.
Well, there you go, everybody. We wanna
65. We got 35 more to go.
We're going to make it.
We're going to do it.
We want to let people know that we've got some amazing deals going on over at creatureartteacher.com right now. It is our 13 days of Halloween. I'm going to blow through these pretty quick, Dustin. Today is day 3.
Day 3.
Making Monsters with Tony Cipriano you can get for only $5. That is this weekend only. That is its lowest price ever. Yesterday was day 2, and we released a brand new puzzle. Happy Friday the 13th. It's a snow bear image inspired by Friday the 13th. This is a 345-piece puzzle. You can get it at creatureartteacher.com/puzzles. And if you use promo code BEARS, you can get $5 off any puzzle order. For the first day, we released a new photo and video artist reference pack from Dustin Blaise, all about hummingbirds. It's amazing, gorgeous photos in there. You did a bang-up job on that, Dustin.
Thank you.
You can get that at creatureartteacher.com. And for a limited time, you can get Aaron's character design course for only $1.
$1.
$1.
If you head over to creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can get a 16-hour course with over 20 videos. You get lifetime access to it for $1.
$1 will make a hover.
Oh,
If that doesn't get you to go to our website, I don't know what will, people.
so anyway, also we want to let you guys know that we will not be live streaming next week.
We might do an impromptu.
Yeah, but we can't plan anything right now, as we'll be in Los Angeles at the Lightbox event and
gonna be in LA.
doing lots of lectures and talks and demonstrations. So if you're there, we look forward to meeting you. Come
If
on
you're-
over and say hi.
Yep, I was just going to say, if you're going to be at Lightbox, come say hi. Aaron will be giving a talk on Saturday on the Procreate main stage at 11 a.m., I believe, all about Procreate Dreams. Then on Sunday, we're going to be over at the TV Paint booth also at 11 a.m., demoing and presenting on Snow Bear. And then after that, we're going over to Proco's booth and doing some drawing and animation over there for a couple hours. So please come say hi. Friday, we're going to be working with James Gurney, doing a colossal characters thing with James Gurney and Marco Bucci and a bunch of other great artists. So we'll be bopping around Lightbox all weekend, next weekend. So
So if
say
you're
hi.
there, come say hi. Otherwise, we'll be back the week after. We'll be back. We'll be on Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween will be Tuesday. So if you're part of our members stream, we will see you on Halloween. Will be our next stream.
Maybe
So
we'll open that stream up to everybody.
yeah, maybe we will. That might be a good idea.
Kill two birds with one
Yeah,
stone.
yeah, a Halloween stream, a very special Halloween. So thank you guys for hanging out. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Anyway,
We're going to face cam, Dustin.
yes.
Say bye.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that today. Remember our character design course, everything that you saw me do today, I can teach you how to do in my character design course for $1. So go on over to creatureartteacher.com/learn and you can grab that. Otherwise, go on out there, put some beauty back into the world, and we'll see you in about 10 days.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Cowboy Bebop.